I'm in Max. You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Here, hand her these.
Okay,
Yep.
we are visible and audible
Hello!
to the best
Hi.
of my knowledge.
Hi! Welcome to such enthusiasm.
You're so good at Dude, I'm stoked to be here. I don't know. I'm just happy I made it.
Yay! We're all proud of everyone
My
for
hair
making
is
it
in my
here.
bag, though.
We did it.
I mean, like, I enjoy your hair though, so
It's great either way.
this is good.
This is better with these headphones.
Yeah, that's
Got
fair.
straight hair anyway.
Exactly.
You don't need a wig.
I know. It's just that's my character color.
Nice. Okay, so this is episode 4 of D&D Dragon Heist, and I am your DM, Aabria, and I have a bunch of amazing players, so let's start over here and introduce the squad.
Hi, I'm Mac. I don't know, I'm drinking energy drink right now, so we'll see what happens as the night goes on.
Energy Mac.
To the max.
To
And I'm
max
playing-
what?
We don't talk about it. Not after what happened last time.
Not the last time.
Not after last time. I'm playing character. I'm playing Marl Brighttooth, who is a bard shifter.
Nice.
Adam, have you turned yourself on?
Yes, I'm
Roll to-
always turned on.
Yeah, okay.
Hi.
Turned on by movement. Hi, I am Adam. I am playing Yan Lor'bassee, the half-drow fighter. Maybe half-drew fighter.
Yep, it's still Drew.
It's still Drew. It's forever Drew.
Totally fine.
DB, I love you so much. Please fix this thing.
I was not turned on. Oops.
Nice. Go ahead. T-Money.
Oh, sorry. Hi. Just organizing myself here. Hi, I'm Teri. I am playing Belladonna. I'm a rogue tiefling. I'm a little devilish, but a lot of fun, I think.
I think you're fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Uraug Backbreaker, and I'm playing Jason, the high school teacher.
So good. Nailed it. Awesome. As one last caveat for the day, I am recovering from the plague as I do constantly. So if I cough a bunch and if I sound really bad, it's going to be audio poison on my end. So thank you guys in advance for doing the heavy lifting on talking as I try to save my voice. But
Yeah,
I'll
you're
do
going to
the
let
best
us
I can.
talk.
Yeah, finally. It only took 3 episodes of me just hogging the spotlight. I talked all my voice away, and now you guys get to go.
I mean, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but
Yeah, you did.
yeah, that's right.
Disagree.
Can I roll bluff?
That's not in 5e. It's deception. Or persuasion to tell me to talk loud.
Fine.
Why did they change it? Bluff was such a good word.
Yeah.
Sorry, whatever. It's fine.
Sweet.
I'll get over
Okay.
it.
So we have a very quick recap, and then we'll jump into it. So, sent forth by famed author Volothamp Geddarm to find his friend Floon Blagmar. I hate these names. Our 4 adventurers find themselves caught up in a clash of violence between the Zentarum and Xanathar's guild. They recovered both Floon and the actual target of the kidnapping, Rainier Neverember. It appears as though both factions sought Rainier to gain an edge on the race for his father's hidden cache of golden dragons. Upon Floon's safe return, Volo both confessed his feelings towards Floon and paid the group with a deed to a manor in Trollskull Alley in the North Ward. Yan figures out the secret of Xanathar's identity and attempted to send Uraug's family to safety outside the city, but inadvertently put them further into the Beholder's clutches. They used the orb in Marl's possession to meet Xanathar face to terrifying face, and they agree to find the Stone of Galore on its behalf.
He's not so bad.
He's supposed to be a little scarier.
I feel like we see eye to eyes.
Gross. Gross. I'm going to go ahead and say, please take inspiration for that.
I'm Jason Mills, and I approve this message.
Oh yeah, and
That
then
was
I wasn't
just
making
for you,
some eye
Jason.
koozie thing for him, basically.
Yeah, you're supposed to be making
some warmer whatever.
He wants an eye mask.
Eye mask.
And you're
So
supposed to be
good.
making a tower for
done.
Silgar.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
have to entertain the fish.
Yeah, in a
Yep.
couple days.
I can complete that in a morning.
Yeah, there you go. You really
Shit.
can.
Literally.
Nice. So the party wakes now within the walls of Trollskull Manor, and each of you has the vague sense of a ticking clock in the back of your minds as you rise.
I'm sorry, what manor?
Trollskull.
It's our place that we won.
Oh,
house.
we decided
Ghost
to
house.
call it Trollskull.
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. That is its name. It is a manor in Trollskull Alley. Feel free to rename
Everybody
it
needs a
as
new
thou
name.
will.
I just forgot that it was called Trollskull.
Yeah.
Ghostington?
Ghosted.
Ghostington
Abbey?
Place.
Yeah.
Or awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. All of those things are lower Ghostington.
Yeah.
Upper High Ghostington.
Yeah.
East-West Ghostington.
So, good morning, y'all. You are awake. What are you doing?
I'm taking a bath. 'Cause
Nice.
I've been covered in like goo for a while, and then like wading through the sewers.
Perfect. You head towards, and once again, just as a like reminder description, this is one of those like state of beautiful decay manors.
Oh,
It's
right,
like
yeah.
the non-renovated house on a really nice block. There's like ivy all over the like walls growing up. So you go into the bathroom and it's white tile with like black grout that's like getting a little damaged, but it's still really pretty, and like the light coming through the window in the morning like gives like a very serene and kind of sterile glow to the entire area. And there's like a giant clawfoot tub in the center of the bathroom.
So it's like super moody.
Yeah, it's a like this whole place is a mood, you guys.
I'm happy.
It's a
about
big
it.
mood.
Big mood.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go there. Anyway, yeah, I really want to go to this
Yeah.
place. I want
And it's better than a lean-to under the mountain. So I'm
Gross.
like, this is the best I've ever had.
Nasty boy.
Yeah.
What's your passive investigation?
Uh,
should have that written down.
15.
That's all right.
That's about what mine is.
It's not at all.
No.
Approximately.
I will allow that you notice that the feet of the clawfoot tub, like, looks uncannily like talons of like a very large bird of prey. Like too much, like not like it's well cast from a mold, but
Looks
Attack.
like it's actual
Attack it.
feet.
it looks real good. It's just real nice. It's a nice tub.
It's a mimic. I shoot the bathtub.
Kill it.
I
That was
Drink it
nearly
down.
there.
Yeah.
You should-
I would have
Does
taken
this-
your inspiration away.
Does
Give
this
me
place
that
have
juice.
plumbing?
It does.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is like we're
Where
rich.
did we get this guy?
Yeah, I turn on the tap and I just laugh my ass off and then just like strip down and like splash
Nice.
in the water.
The
What are
pipes,
you doing in there?
the pipes rattle a little bit as like the water like starts flowing, because it clearly hasn't in a while. Like no one's run the
Yeah.
water in here, but it comes out like piping hot, and the rattle of the pipes under the floor. All of a sudden you hear an echo of it very far away in the direction of that turret on the other side of the manor.
Okay. I'm washing myself.
Is that funny?
This place has plumbing.
Okay. Now I understand.
This is almost as nice as your place.
I'm going downstairs now.
Sweet. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I'm exploring.
So
Okay.
excited.
What would you like to explore?
Whatever is uppermost in the manor, because why not start at the top and work my way down?
Nice. So the main part of the building is 2 floors, but like they are very tall. Like each floor is probably 15 feet in height. So it looks like what could have been like 3 stories of a building is just 2. And on the very like rightmost part of that, like if you're looking at the exterior of the house from the front, on the very rightmost there's like a turret at the top that goes up an extra story.
I'm gonna go up there. I mean, they did say it was a little haunted.
It's a little haunted.
And if I could find something that wants to talk to me, it might provide a good story.
Yeah, so you start heading that way, and it get like the ambient temperature around you drops. And this is, if you guys don't remember, it is late autumn, and it's cold. And there's fireplaces in all of these rooms, and you can absolutely like warm this place up, but the house is a little cold and getting colder in the direction that you're walking. But you don't see like windows like blown out or anything, or like states of decay that would lead you to believe that this has anything to do with external temperatures, but it is definitely getting colder. You see your breath now as you walk, as you pad lightly towards the turret.
I'm gonna keep going in that direction. Is it dark or?
No, it's actually getting lighter throughout the house. Like there's a ton of windows there, so all the natural light of like the dawning day is pouring in. And what's your passive perception?
14.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Do I get that advantage we were talking about earlier too?
Huh?
You said take inspiration.
If you want to use your inspiration on this, you get it for one use. I probably would say this is not the use for
I'm
it.
gonna save it.
Probably. In that whatever you may or may not be seeing, you will probably walk into.
Keep that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was 25.
Cool. With a 25, you are starting to pick up on sounds. Like, you can hear the plumbing kind of waking up as Yan, like, starts to turn on his bath in the other, like, half of the house. And you hear, do you go all the way into the turret?
Yep.
Cool. So,
I have a healthy/unhealthy curiosity.
Perfect. So you walk into the actual, like, ground floor of the turret. You realize isn't just this, like, it always looked a little weird, like, sort of haphazardly attached to this manor that looks like it should just be a normal house. And you see why. There's an extra door leading out towards, like, the front of the property. And this is actually, like, a tiny tavern. Just attached to the side of your home.
Cool, we have a bar.
You have a bar in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all dark brown mahogany that, like, requires dusting and a little bit of shine and upkeep, but, like, everything looks very well preserved.
Wait, there's no bartender?
Well, maybe they show up and it's going to be a whole shining situation. I'm very excited.
Well,
speaking of bartenders,
Yep.
in this area, all of the shutters are closed, and it is dark in here, but, like, intentionally so.
Yeah.
And you hear over your head the sound of, like, stomping, and it's dislodging bits of dust from the ceiling and raining down on you. But with your preternatural shifter senses, you don't smell anyone. And you get the sense that someone's trying to spook you by pretending to be big and scary.
Yes, very, very scary. I am terrified. So terrified that I'd love to have a conversation.
You hear very low grumbling. What languages do you speak?
Common and orc.
Sweet. You hear grumbling in a language that you don't speak, but you definitely recognize to be the, like, melodic lilt of Elvish.
gross.
Oh,
How dare you, sir? I am
unfortunately
half
not.
Drew, I'll have you know. Sorry, go ahead.
Unfortunately, not one of the languages that I speak. I can maybe do something about that. Were you to make your presence more known?
The stomping pauses, as if considering, and then starts stomping even harder.
I'm very scary.
You're hearing a hissy fit.
Look, we have the deed to this place now. You're going to have to put up with us. We might as well make this pleasant for everyone.
You feel a sudden, like a rush of wind, and sorry, there are letters that my nose can't pronounce right now, and N's and D's are not very high on its list. A sudden gust of wind, and your whole body goes cold as you feel what you imagine to be a ghost angrily forcing itself
Hold
through.
on. Do you have the right microphone on?
This microphone goes into the headphones, but not into the feed.
Yes,
Oh.
but it is
And
on.
it's really annoying.
Okay,
so I'm
cool.
moving it over here
Groovy.
so it stops making noise that freaks everybody out.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It was creepy because you were talking about a ghost, and it sounded like there was a ghost in here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
I'm
okay.
glad I don't have to hear
Not
any of
just
that
me.
shit.
I love the interactive theater part of that.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It was so real.
Game is so meta.
What?
Sweet. And yeah, like I was saying, you feel the sense of a ghost just angrily pushing you, but through you, in that it is not corporeal.
So there is some contact. enough to use the new spell that I just took from leveling up?
Mayhaps. What spell?
Tongues.
Go
I
ahead.
think you need to ask before. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something else.
Yeah. So I would
So
like
how
to
does
use
tongues work?
So you have the book.
permission.
As far as I know,
want the
it's
book?
just a matter of making contact, a physical contact at some level, and then they can communicate in a language that I can understand.
Oh, here you go. You can look at it. It's on that page.
Yeah.
You don't have to make contact with the creature to speak their language. You just have to touch the person that you're casting the spell on. So if you're casting it on yourself, you just go like,
Just touch yourself.
I speak
Well,
this
it says
language.
the spell grants the creature you touch the ability to
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
You
Yeah.
want to understand Elvish, correct?
Got it. Yep.
Because if you tried to touch it so it could understand you, you can't touch it. In
Okay.
that it is not corporeal.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure
Yep.
out. Okay.
So you boop yourself on the snoot.
Yep.
And
I
cast-
booped the snoot.
Cool. And you cast a tongue, and
Tongues.
you now speak Elvish, and you hear it angrily grouching at you, like, just get out. It's my tavern. What are you doing here? I don't give a fuck about your deed. This is mine.
Oh, much better. I understand that this is your tavern, and that's fine. May I perhaps give you some patronage? I'd love to buy a drink.
Roll, like, you get, like, you cannot see this poltergeist. Sorry, it's a poltergeist.
Spoiler.
Wah, wah. You cannot see this ghost boy, but you can feel its hesitation. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
17 plus another 6, so I've got a 23.
Okay. With a 23, you feel that very chill presence move to behind the bar, as though it is taking up its former position as bartender.
I'm going to stroll over there and seat myself at the bar.
Nice. You hang out there, and you're waiting. It's a really frustrating thing, because you can see this, like, presence attempting to manipulate its environment, but it's struggling to, like, pick up a glass, which are all coated in dust, by the way.
Oh,
It's
sure.
real gross. And, like, the bottles behind the bar are
It gives
very...
the drink texture.
Yeah, oh boy. Oh boy.
Blurk, blurk.
But after, like, concerted effort, a glass slowly wobbles over to in front of you. And you feel a hesitation, as in, what can I get for you?
If you've got any mead would be delightful.
And you hear a very low grumbling about, you just hear, sorry, I forgot, you now speak tongues. He goes, everyone fucking wants mead. I stock so many, you could hear me struggling with letters.
Guess what we're all gonna order tonight?
Everyone fucking wants mead, and I go out of my way to get some of the most exotic alcohols from across the Sword Coast. But no, you basic assholes want mead. Fine. Mead. You honey bitches. And, like,
Well,
a bottle
actually,
slowly...
hold on a moment. I would love to know what you recommend then.
And the bottle of mead drops to the ground and shatters.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and it's, like, sticky and, like, not... Like, it's viscous in a way that it's, like, become honey again. I don't think that's how mead works, but we're going to pretend
It
it is.
is in this world.
Exactly. So it was basically a jar, like a bottle of honey
Sure.
at that point. And after another minute or two, you blink as, like, a very bright flash of light happens as this ghost boy concentrates all of its energy to select a bottle from the back of the bar. It's in this, like, very dark blue-green glass that's, like, beveled and very pretty and delicate. And it sets it in front of you, and he goes, I don't think I have the strength to unscrew it. But don't pour too much. You can't afford the whole bottle.
Understood, and I would be happy to help you.
I don't need help. I'm just saying you should do that part.
I would be happy to pour myself a drink. You tell me when.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of, like, blow on the glass at least to try and get some of the dust out without making
Don't
a big
spit on
show of
it.
it. Wouldn't dream of
I mean,
it.
it's your glass.
And I'm going to pour and wait until I'm told.
After
stop.
about, like, a finger, he's like,
Yeah.
that'll do.
May I ask what it is?
I would like you to try it first.
Oh.
So is it a sipping drink or is it a...
It's definitely a sipping drink. It's one of the finest bottles I've ever procured in my life.
Cough.
Time?
Oh.
And it kind of trails off in a weird way.
Well, here's to that, and I'll take a sip of it.
Nice. You taste, it's very, like, the alcohol flavor of it isn't very strong. It seems to have mellowed across time, but it's got this very, like, fresh cut grass and, like, dark walnut and almost like a floral note to it. And I don't know if you've had any of the alcohol that, like, there's a very famous house, like one of the noble houses, House Evenfall, makes, like, their own liqueur. It's very fancy.
Ooh,
this
excuse
is like,
me.
yeah, this is like 100 and you can look at the bottle now. It's like 150-year-old bottle of their alcohol. And it's very nice and very good. And tastes like the woods in a Miyazaki movie.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I like it. I
Yeah.
want it.
Right?
No big deal, but they're friends of mine.
Oh, what?
The Even Falls.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel
don't
like I
wanna
might have
brag,
had a small sip of something of theirs over at
but- Yeah, probably.
Uraug's.
It's probably,
Totally.
yeah.
A newer vintage.
Yeah.
Because you're new money.
Every time.
Hate. I love it.
Sweet. So, he just kind of, like, you feel the cold presence get a little closer and go, pretty great, right?
Fantastic.
I know. It makes you wonder how anyone can drink that sugary bullshit after sipping some of that.
I could not agree more.
What's your name?
Marl Brighttooth.
I'm Leaf.
Well, it's a pleasure.
Pleasure. And you can continue, like, talking with, like, what would you like to do?
I'd probably chat for a little bit
Yeah.
and then ask if I could come again and if I could bring friends / other patrons with me at some point.
As long as they don't order the mead.
I will relay that request.
Thank you.
But I will be back at some point, and thank you again for the conversation and the delightful, delightful drink.
Absolutely. I'll do my best to tidy up before you come back. That sounds like an empty gesture. He'll do his best. Nice.
I'm gonna go running back to find kind of that fast-paced walking
Yeah.
thing that you do, where you're trying not to act like you're running, but that's what you want to do. To go find Uraug and be like, "We have a bar."
Well, okay, that's interesting.
No, really, we have a bar with a ghost bartender.
Usually, actually, out of character question, are zombies and skeletons are usually evil, pretty much all the time. Do I know about ghosts, or is that a common cleric page one?
They, ghosts are real in the same sense that, other undead things are real. But if it didn't attack her, maybe it wasn't a ghost.
Oh, okay.
There's a sliding spectrum of
Sure.
undead, non-corporeal
Okay,
things.
good. We don't have to. We're not on this binary undead evil,
Yeah.
not undead good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
An undead spectrum.
That's why I like you. That was very good.
Oh,
In
I
fact,
feel better having heard that.
right?
I'm a better
It was
person.
good.
Shouldn't that increase our party points?
You know what?
You didn't award
know.
party points at all last
Did I not?
session, by the way.
Zero party points.
Zero
were
party
awarded.
You didn't deserve them.
We
Because
were
you
bad.
did it. I am sitting with so many magic items
We
because you
searched
guys
zero
didn't search
bodies.
anything.
I'd like to go back to the sewer.
Yeah.
We need
And-
to search more things.
Yeah.
We are currently at
forget to do
100,435 party
All right, let's
points.
add another 3 party points for good puns. You make a history check for me to recall what you know about ghosts.
And
That's some cleric
I am
shit.
tracking
Hey,
the
what
party
about that?
I
points
appreciate
awarded.
it.
What
Someone
about that
got you.
religion roll where I get advantage?
No, it would be a history check. Remember. Do you remember?
No.
You don't.
Most
get?
people would not on a 3.
Oh, shit. Ghost is a ghost.
Okay.
It's probably
Sweet.
a ghost.
I like ghosts.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Are you guys, what do you guys?
Have you seen Bella?
Oh,
No.
hey guys.
Oh,
Oh,
I could sure use a drink.
That can be arranged.
What? Is there a bar near here?
There's a bar downstairs?
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
Seriously, in the house?
Yeah, be polite, though,
Okay.
and don't order the mead, whatever you do.
No, but I really love mead.
Don't order the mead.
Wait, is
Technically,
this like
it's the ground floor of the turret. Just so you know.
Well,
Yeah.
it's still an upstairs turret? Or is it downstairs?
Side stairs.
Yeah, it's like
Sides-
side stairs.
Okay.
But it's on the ground floor. You
Got
didn't
it.
explore the rest of the turret. There's more stuff up there.
Okay, well, that'll happen.
It's
at
the
some
kind
point.
of where you take the
I got
stairs.
really excited about the bar.
Yeah, of course.
It's where you take the stairs up, and you're back where you started.
Oh,
They're
that's
Escher stairs.
spooky. Sweet.
So I'm gonna yell to whichever bathroom Jan's in, literal bathroom.
West wing, top floor, with
going-
like the good lighting.
We're going. Oh, I used to. We're going to the bar in the turret.
You hear, and you actually all of you hear something like that. The rumble that you make with your thaumaturgy gets matched in the turret by something stomping angrily.
Oh, yeah.
I was not joking when I said I used thaumaturgy in place of message.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I took message. So somebody could be subtle. Ooh, they heard you.
Okay.
Well, be polite. They're pretty cool.
I'm always polite. Why would you keep saying that to me?
Because they're very fussy.
Oh, fussy, I understand.
Rude. Speaking of fussy, yeah, and how do you respond?
Well, in about 3 minutes, Yan, soaking wet in nothing but his breeches,
Nice.
like, comes, like, padding through, and like, there's a bar in the turret? Do we drink for free?
The ghost bartender would probably like to be paid at least.
So you need your purse and I guess pants?
I'm wearing pants. What about my pants or not pants?
I thought breeches were like underpants.
No.
No. Oh, okay.
He's just got his abs out, that's all.
That's right, yeah.
Uraug is not complaining about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no one would.
I was like, I'm down for it. It's fine.
Yeah. We are home. We're lucky it's like more than a loincloth.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Sweet. Okay,
Great.
so as you guys, anyone
Yeah.
else doing anything? Or are you all heading that way?
I'm going to the bar, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you guys walk downstairs, I think you didn't quite notice it because you were like going up and around and exploring. But on the kitchen table, there's a big welcome basket, and inside it is like 2 pieces of fruit, a note from Volo, and a copy of his manuscript for the next book he was working on called Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters.
Oh, that's handy.
Okay.
This might be something someone should read.
The book?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I think you're the most bookish one here, let's be
I
honest.
don't like reading.
I like to read.
Gractol
Really?
reads all the time. I do not know what to do with it.
Gractol and I used to like sit and read during our breaks.
I know. He's such a poetry nerd.
He is. I don't like the poetry.
I prefer reading stories and I prefer hearing them to relay again. So, I mean,
I suppose somebody should learn about the ghost in the bar.
Thanks
The bar
for
that we're
volunteering.
going to, right?
Oh, isn't this where we just walked in? The basket's there?
No,
Or-
you're in you're in your like dining room.
Oh, okay. Passing through.
Yeah, passing through on the way to the turret.
okay, yes, normally I prefer it to be told to me and I relay the story. I'll just give that to me.
What do you grab, the note or the manuscript?
The manuscript.
Cool. The manuscript.
We have a ghost bartender, so it seems like that's good to have.
Sweet.
A note I can read. That's my speed.
Okay. Do you grab the note?
Yeah.
All right. Reading the note, it says, go to page 24 for a little help with your semi-haunted house. Enjoy. Big heart, kissy face, Volo.
What's it say on page 24?
As you open, there are 3 pages of foreword like 20 blank pages and then a page shoved amongst more blank pages in this manuscript he is nowhere near done making. And it's just notes about the house that you're in, including written and underlined, particularly stubborn poltergeist.
Oh, not a ghost. Poltergeist.
I'm sorry, what's the difference?
You guys can all make history checks to see if you've heard of the difference between a ghost and a poltergeist.
Even me, or am I shamed?
I'll allow you to roll with disadvantage.
I
That's
accept
your
that.
shame.
Yeah, I accept it. 9. That's better. That's
got
3 times
17.
better than what I did.
It really is.
That went out of the box.
So you're rolling again.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, 16.
14.
Look at all of you with your intelligence bonuses.
Anyone that rolled over a 15 is just, yeah.
Me
Cool.
and
You,
Bella.
all right, so both of my rogues, you both have heard of poltergeists before, and they are different than ghosts in that they are fundamentally invisible, and they walk with a sense of confusion because they are unsure of how or when they died. So they're not inherently
kind of in
evil.
limbo a little.
Yeah.
Oh, but
They're-
they were living people at one point.
Yes, they were living people at one point. They died. They don't know how, so they're kind of stuck. And that can make them a little ornery, but they're not inherently evil.
are the kind that you face in dungeons, or those weren't people before, or
Depends. Like, you've probably faced a bunch of specters before and
okay.
ghouls, but those are slightly different.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Angry spirits versus like some dude that's like, dead? Am dead? No, not.
Yeah, it's just a confused spirit. We help him pass on.
It's a spirit serving spirits. I love it.
Okay.
true.
I
That's
get it.
very funny.
I like that.
Sounds like spirited conversation.
Ah,
Now you've taken it too far.
-1 party point.
Now I'm down spirited.
Ah, +3 party point.
Oh my god!
So you guys make it to the turret, and I will just like fast forward you through the like you have that full Hagrid with the hippogriff like explaining how to approach
Yeah.
Leaf the poltergeist well, and after a couple minutes, like Leaf makes his presence known, even though once again he's invisible and you don't get to see him. But anyone that speaks Elvish can understand him. So who is
I
that?
speak Elvish.
Where's the
No.
book again? Because I think
Is it similar to Dwarven?
mine.
Nope.
Is it the literal opposite of Dwarven?
Yup.
So I'll listen backwards.
Perfect. Just turn around. Should be fun. Should be fine.
Turn around.
Every now and then.
Yep.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do in this sweet bar?
So
Are
you're
there-
saying I shouldn't order
Yeah.
for real? Okay.
Are there girls there? Couldn't get by without that.
Leaf.
Leaf?
Leaf.
Leaf. You're here? You live here?
This is my tavern.
That's very nice.
I know. I cleaned up.
Yeah.
You see, like, you can tell that, like, the beer behind the bar is, like, 2% cleaner. Did a good job.
Yeah, it looks lovely.
I know.
Like as a don't use the L word.
What's the L word?
You said live.
I
Oh.
can understand common.
I'm sorry.
And now
about,
he turns and he's speaking in common.
I'm
to you.
sorry about my friend. He's very rude.
What? For what? My name is Leaf.
I said this name.
You asked if he lives here.
Well, he lives.
I'm sorry.
I do live here.
Well,
Yeah.
What?
this is
And the
Awkward.
windows begin to tremble very lightly.
Of course you live here.
Yeah, I know. I live upstairs.
my mistake. I thought you lived somewhere else.
That's fair.
You'll have to forgive Uraug. She usually orders mead at places. She's kind of basic.
That is not true.
That dress says it's true.
Leaf.
Like elves get along with each other.
Do you have something delicious that my friends and I can share?
I think I have something for you. You, little Fuzzy girl. I'm sorry. Your name is Marl.
Yes.
Marl. I remember.
Yes.
I have not had to remember a name since. And one of the glasses at the far end of the bar shatters.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine. Can you grab... There's some wine back here. You could just... Honestly, you can grab whatever you want. I'm a little tired today, and I don't want to pick up anything. I'll just wait here on the side. You can do what you want.
Happy to do so. I'm going to slide back around behind the bar.
Cool.
And go for the bottle I was instructed to get.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of wine
Yeah.
below the counter. You can grab whatever you want.
I don't have an ice cube for yours. Is that okay?
Leaf trembles with laughter.
Leaf trembles. That's good.
Leaf, you can just do what bartenders do best and just talk to us.
That I can do.
I'm going to go ahead and pour for everybody.
It's a little early in the day to be drinking, don't you think?
Oh, not at all.
No, I agree.
Not when you're us.
We've had quite a journey.
I don't really understand the question.
He laughs very hard. Okay, that's fair.
No, do you make a lot of money in this bar?
Oh, for friends, I don't even bother charging.
Oh.
Have you had this place a long time?
And you feel that same, like, hesitation that you felt before, and now you guys all feel it too, as it considers. And doesn't ever answer, as though it may have forgotten the question after
Yeah.
considering it too hard.
Uraug, it's sensitive.
That'd be cool.
I'm a he. He is sensitive.
What?
Of course.
Huh?
Leaf, I am Yan, and I am glad to be your friend, if you will have me.
Oh, I could use more friends. Hello, I'm Leaf. I'm a high elf from farther down the Sword Coast, near Daggerford. Moved up here a while ago. This is my bar.
Well, it's very conveniently located for our purposes.
Do you live in the manor next door?
Yes.
You do.
Oh, okay.
Just moved in.
Nice. It'll be nice to have neighbors again.
Again?
And
Who's
patrons.
less neighbors?
That same, like, hesitation. And then I don't remember who came after, but the last people here were before the Spell Plague. The Spell Plague is a famous event that happened like 100 years ago in Waterdeep.
Right, okay.
And if you guys are aware, anyone that's like a native here knows that there are 8 giant statues in and around the city that all came to life, fucked up the city but real good, and then were eventually taken down by high-level mages. And just sort of like wherever the fuck they fell, like the city just grew over it. So there's people that like live on top of some dude's head,
Okay.
and they like rob parts of like fallen statues to like build stuff. It's weird. It's a weird world.
I have a new personal life goal.
Get in one of those boys. I feel you. A couple girls too. Griffin, a hawk guy. Yeah.
Yeah, what up?
So yeah, to give you a sense, he's been down for a very long time. If you guys could just do me a favor, and I've had a really bad headache lately, and if you could just not open up the windows, the light seems to give me a pretty bad headache.
Yeah.
Those of you
Of
that know
course.
about poltergeists are very light sensitive.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Sure.
Sure, we'll keep it close for you.
thank
Not
you.
like I want a lot of light either.
It's mood lighting.
Yeah,
Yep.
Very
There's a-
dramatic.
it's a mood in here. Thank
Yeah.
you. Exactly.
Candles are okay?
Yeah, candles are good. I just don't like sunlight.
I totally understand.
Just get that
I don't
cluster
do that.
migraine. It's not great.
I mean, pretty much all of us are comfortable in the dark, so
Perfect.
it's
Yeah, none of you are human. Weird. Cool.
sure. Oh, so sort of out of character question. Previously, like as we were kind of settling in, could I have sent word to my cleaning staff?
Oh yeah.
Since we sort of like locked up the house, we're like, hey, since you're not working at that house, maybe you want to come over here for a little bit.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Okay, so what time do they normally arrive at your house?
They do like a normal day of work, like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay,
No,
well,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I don't know how
Normal
you...
14-hour workday.
That seems fine.
Yep, that sounds right. Happy
Yeah.
holiday.
Or 3 coppers a day.
Eat the rich. You're one of them now.
No, they do like a normal workday. They don't even live at our house. Like, it's not that kind of...
Okay, cool. So you guys ended up, because it's like a strange thing and you had a really weird night, you probably only like dozed for a couple hours until the light started coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably just getting close to 8 now.
Yeah.
And you hear far away on the other side of like your property, like the door, the knocker. Resonating.
Oh, yeah.
Expecting someone?
Yeah, my staff was alerted that we're here. I mean, it's really just... Oh, shit, did I name them?
Did we get
Do
servants?
you remember?
I don't remember you naming them.
It was just 2 people. It was like a man and wife team.
Yep.
Husband and wife team.
Like I have the dock open. I don't see it.
Yeah. Well, let's go with... Were they orcs? I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're humans. Archibald and
Agatha.
Agatha.
Aw,
Those are
nice.
names.
Putting them in my treasure section
Just
of the
a little
character.
That works.
Just, I treasure them.
Aw, nice. The
So much
knocker.
to Agatha Christie as we're going to this ghost house.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a 30-second pause, and then the knock happens again.
I'm going to go get the door and let them in. And then I'll be back in a little bit.
Leaf, would you be interested in some help with tidying up the bar as well?
You're saying it's not tidy in here.
No, it's lovely, but I know that you were
I'm
very
kidding,
tired
it's
before.
A mess.
Would you like some assistance with that
Yeah.
too?
The less I have to do. Cool.
Great. Okay.
Is it going to be like other people?
Yeah,
Are they cool like you?
pretty much. They're humans.
Archibald and Agatha are fine. They're professionals.
Yeah, we'll
Nice.
be,
Just tell them not to open the windows.
Okay.
Cool.
No one does.
Yeah. So you shuffle on over to the front door
Uh-huh.
and open wide the large front door to see a messenger in like dark purple robes that are like embroidered with like an obnoxious amount of gold.
Oh.
Like
Are these colors I've seen before?
you would remember that your good friend Rainier Neverember was wearing a
Yeah.
dirty version of
I
this.
thought that
these
sounded
colors.
familiar.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Hello. Not who I was expecting. What do you need?
I have a package for the adventurers that live here.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. And he hands off like a very big box. Just looks around. And
Who's this from?
This is from my lord Rainier Neverember.
Okay. Thank you. I'll give him a copper.
So generous.
Uh-huh.
He like looks around at the property, and it's a nice one in a nice area, and he goes, under his breath,
Goes.
fucking cheap ass half-orc. Anyway,
That's
that's a very large. Yeah, it's a very large box, decorated with like gold and purple damask like print with the Neverember seal on it that you've actually seen on things around the city because his father Daggold is one of the former Open Lords.
Yeah. It was just something from Neverember? Was anybody expecting something?
What do we get?
No. Let's see.
This?
Oh, that's right. We have a whole thing we have to do.
Cool. So you open it up, tear off the ribbons, open
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah, we do.
There are 2 notes, one addressed to the group and one addressed to Yan specifically.
Oh.
And on top of the like, or in the like larger envelope, who's opening what?
I'm opening Yan's note.
Okay. Yan, do you let this happen? You know that note's for you because you can see your name on the front.
Ah. What do you do? That one's mine. I get special correspondence.
Oh, my mistake. I thought it said Uraug.
Make a deception check. Make a perception check. Opposed roll. Go. Or insight for you.
Yeah, I went by a lot, I'm sure.
3.
16.
He's lying. She's lying.
Oh,
Lying. I mean, I think that was pretty obvious anyway.
I know. I just want it to be like mechanically true too.
Yep.
Don't be smutty. I'll tell you what it says if it's good.
Smutty? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. It's an out of character
Okay,
question.
yes.
I wanted-
Yeah.
Yes, in out of character, yes, I said smutty.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, who's opening the main note? Yas.
Okay.
How do you want to fill it in? I like
Did you
this.
like that? I was like, to whom it may concern.
Well, you open up the card and
A fireball
6
goes
sheets
off.
of paper. Yes, and you're all dead. End of campaign.
I'm not.
Oh my gosh, wow. That
Six.
was a fun game, you guys.
6 highly decorated, like, small 3x4-inch pieces of parchment slip out onto the ground below you as you hold the note, which had stuff in it. And the note says, I always remember my friends, and I owed you a favor. As you know, the opening of theater season in Waterdeep is a hallowed and magical and majestic event here in the city of Waterdeep. And tickets to the opera are not easy to find. Please, with my blessings, take these 6 tickets and meet me in Private Box C during the intermission.
6 tickets. Who else are we taking?
Who are the other 2 for?
Well, if you remember, Kevin and Karen were with you at the time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do they live in the house now, too?
Nope, they're not there. Because they,
Like
didn't-
we have not enough room.
they didn't go with you to Xanathar's.
That's
so
right.
they never, like, ended
That's
up
right.
here.
Oh, yeah, your boyfriend.
We didn't have to use the human pawns. Okay, I remember that part.
Yep.
Yeah. I know my boyfriend, Kevin, well, whatever, my friend boy. I don't think it's that serious. But it's good.
It can
Great.
be. You lean into love.
Oh.
Okay.
It's good for you.
Or
Okay.
at least get good sex out of it.
Well,
That
that's-
sounds right.
Isn't that what I said?
Lean into love. Okay, same thing.
Yeah.
So for those of you that have spent any amount of time in Waterdeep, you will know that this, like, opening night opera, those tickets go for at the least 1,000 gold
Oh,
each.
Uraug's super pumped. Like,
Yeah.
This is,
You, like, can't get these fucking tickets.
Yeah.
It's like an elite
He
event.
just made it fucking rain on your dirty ass tavern floor with them.
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow night.
Yeah, Marl's actually really excited as
Yeah.
well.
I think like our high priestess gets to go.
Yeah.
And not any of the rest
And
of
none
us.
of the other ones.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So what's opera like?
It's this incredibly, I think big is the best word I can use. It's a singing stage performance, and
Okay.
it is the biggest, most sort of bombastic version of storytelling you can imagine.
You guys have heard a little bit of opera because the way they do the opening night performance is they use mages set up throughout the city that they actually, like, boost the sound. So it becomes like a whole festival throughout the town. And most people who will never be able to, like, afford tickets to actually see the opera can, like, hear the opening night performance. So you've heard, like, you may have heard, I don't know, maybe you guys fuck off whenever it happens.
So you can actually like go to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listening to it live is not the same as hearing the rebroadcast.
Wait, this is like what the lords and ladies go to.
Yes.
And we get to go?
Oh, God,
Yeah.
what do I have to wear?
The High Priestess goes every year, and it is my primary motivation to become High Priestess one day.
What do I get to wear is the question. I get to buy new clothes, and I have a big sack of gold.
Oh, are we going shopping today, then?
Yes.
I'm going shopping today.
All right.
This is the shopping episode.
I'm super down for it.
Rocky Stew, I love shopping.
Marl kind of giggles because she's got her armor that can be whatever she wants it to be, so she just does this, and it's like flipping through really fancy outfits.
No.
No.
Did it,
This one?
did it,
Oh,
did it.
I like the purple.
Yeah, go back 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Two
there was a little bit of
seasons ago.
gold. A little bit of gold.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Yep.
looks great with your
We can,
complexion,
Let's go with that.
your sheen.
My coat.
Yeah.
All right, let's just
Is
call
that-
it what it
Is
is.
that appropriate? Because it looks great.
Your knack for underhand and backhanded compliments.
So good.
Uraug needs it. That's the thing. It's like the most awkward, like,
love
good
Uraug.
bad
so
compliment.
She has no clue. It's great.
It's very good.
Well, I guess we got to go shopping for the rest of you peasants. It just kind of shakes her mind a little.
Yeah.
I'm not a peasant no more. I'm a high rolling bitch.
want to go back to the house because it's all like locked up and secured, and I might as well just buy something new. So
Buy a new dress.
Got
Yeah.
any excuse, I'm sure.
yeah, I guess I'm still like clanking around in my armor
Yes, you are.
because I haven't had a chance to like put it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna have to help me. I've never bought anything nice enough to go to an opera before.
I can help with that.
DM just dances, waiting for you to open your fucking note.
I'm waiting for us to finish talking about.
I
opera so
know!
I can.
Okay, but yeah.
No, you finished your note.
Yeah. What else do we have?
Oh,
Oh, you need
okay.
to read your note.
Yeah, I'll read my note.
What does mine say?
Sweet. So yours is Yan. My deepest apologies for leaving in such a rush last night. I had to go confer with my people about the revelation of Xanathar's personage. Please accept my apology in the form of these tickets, and lest you think me cruel, I would not want you to show up in anything less than the finery to which all attendees are expected. So there's an open tab at my personal tailor's shop in the North Ward,
Oh shit!
a few blocks from Trollskull Alley. Go with my blessings and have fun with your friends. Rainier.
Oh. I think I have what you call a sugar daddy,
What?
A patron.
a patron. I like that.
What are we getting?
I'm getting free clothes.
Oh, fantastic. Is there like a clothing district? Is this like part of the clothing district, or is that like, it's just wherever?
So you guys live at the the North Ward. Just below you guys are a lot of like guild houses.
Yeah.
So like the centers of a lot of like the fine production. You've been here a
yeah.
bajillion
The Artisans
times.
Guild is here.
Yeah, like every guild you can fucking think of is here. And a lot of the like masters of the guilds that don't keep normal shop fronts will have like these special halls like within like the guild buildings where they do a little bit of trade even though their primary job is like maintaining the
So
guild.
kind of an outlet hall.
Yeah, I hate you. Minus 1,000 party
Is it
points.
the Citadel?
No, Jesus,
I'm
what did
kidding,
you
I'm
do?
kidding, I'm kidding.
Do we call it the Citadel
Okay.
shops?
Yeah. I'm Commander Shepard, and
Yes.
this is my favorite tailor on the Citadel.
So as we're walking along, I'm just kind of like teasing Uraug and and I'm like my typical like uncouth self. I'm like readjusting my junk and spitting on the sidewalk and stuff like that. And I'm like, so if I
Have
get-
you left the house? Do you guys just all
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
off towards
Oh,
this?
Oh, yeah, I
Do
think
we want to do anything
Okay.
in the house?
Leaf
think so.
will be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Can you... no, never mind. Thanks for the drink.
Yeah, sure.
Were you going to ask about ice?
I was going to ask if you could open the door when they get here, but I don't...
Oh,
It's not his job.
I can't open doors.
Yeah, it's not your job. You shouldn't have to.
That's your job. Can I take this bottle?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take it out of your hands.
But
And the windows vibrate a little bit.
just so you know, Leaf, a couple of friends of mine are coming over, Archibald and Agatha. She likes to be called Aggie.
I'm not going to call her.
You don't have to, but they're going to come over and help out with the cleaning.
Are they going to come in here?
Probably.
Are they going to open the windows?
No. Would you like them to just not come in here? Is that better?
I mean, it's dirty in here. I don't know. Use your best judgment.
I thought
Okay.
they were going to come clean. I think it's a good idea just to help out a little.
Yeah.
We should leave them a note.
Yeah, and they'll not open the windows.
And you don't have to interact with them if you don't want to.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna sit upstairs.
Totally fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell them you're here, but you don't have to deal with them.
Cool, thank you. Just don't like a lot of people. Paying customers, yes.
No, understood.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree.
Cool, thanks. Well, it sounds like you guys have a big day of whatever to do. Bye.
Bye. We're going shopping.
Yeah.
I'll need new clothes. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
You feel the sense of an invisible thing shrug with disinterest.
Marl kind of just rolls her eyes like, oh my god, why are we still explaining this?
So, yeah, out by the front door.
As you walk to the front door, like, you hear the first knock of
Oh,
someone,
good.
like it's hesitant, like, clack. And you hear murmuring of, like, I guess this is it? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Clank, haul the huge
Ah.
door open.
Hi, Mrs. Backbreaker.
Archibald, Agatha, I'm so glad you could make it. This house is very dirty. And
It's more than dirty.
so, I know. Couple things. One, this week's pay is doubled,
Yes.
right?
Good.
I
2
mean,
coppers a day.
For all 14 hours. You start at 10 o'clock, which it is right now.
yeah.
Everything's at 10 o'clock. Mwah. Perfect.
At least we know the answer to what time is it.
Yeah. At any given point.
Yeah.
Correct.
The tavern on the, what is it, the south turret?
Like the only turret,
Yeah,
but
the
it's like
turret.
on the east side of the building.
Yeah.
The building.
So the tavern on the east turret is haunted by a poltergeist.
And you see
Yeah.
all the blood drain out of Archibald's face.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm
and
just going to
Agatha's
go.
fine.
No, thank you. Yeah, she's just like, fucking what? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll explain in a second.
Yep. It's totally not malevolent, a little cranky, but you just need to not open the windows in there. And
Do we have to go in it?
yeah,
In the room?
we got to
with
clean
it?
up in there. But he's probably not even going to come talk to you. So
It's a he,
yeah.
and it talks.
And his name is Leaf. He's very nice. Well, actually, he's kind of rude, but that's neither here nor there.
You were being rude.
And they just start looking back and forth at each other like, I just want to be in the house in the C ward where it's nice. Okay. Sure. Do we have to, like, do structural repairs?
No, of course
And, like, Agatha reaches up and touches, like, a piece of, like, like the slat wood on the outside just crumbles in it. And, like, oh, I'm sorry. Is this your house? Am I breaking your house?
It's sort of a clubhouse.
Hey.
You have a very lovely home.
Yeah.
Lies. You don't have to lie like that.
Okay.
I know you're overwhelmed. That's what it looks like. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Yeah, it's cool.
Mrs. Backbreaker's house is much smaller than this. Not much. A little. It's the same size. It's bigger. Oh, God.
It's fine. This is a big manor,
It's big.
and it's old, and it's falling apart.
Yeah.
That's fine. I
This
have
is
no
more work.
personal investment in this.
Okay.
Wait, no personal I have personal investment in this.
No, I mean like
This is the nicest thing I've ever
And
owned.
Agatha covers her eyes and
emotional
turns from you.
investment.
Emotional investment.
Yeah, I'm not emotionally invested. Like if somebody says that house is ugly, I don't care.
This house is beautiful. It just needs some work.
It's fine.
Agatha is pointedly not looking at you because you are not wearing a shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
She's next to her husband. She's like, well, we'll pretend to be sad about this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
And peeks through.
Peek.
Yep.
all NPCs are thirsty.
They're all a little thirsty.
Yeah, I figure they're
fun
pretty
that way.
old, like probably 45.
I was going to make them slightly older
Oh
than
my
that.
God.
They have that good lavender hair. But, yeah, they spend all day with each
Yes.
other. So
Yeah.
they're just like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's just you forever.
So the
Does this place have its own cleaning supplies?
I didn't look.
Thank you.
So send out for whatever you need. You know, we have the house budget to work with, so just pull on that when you need to.
Gonna.
And if you see any like urgent structural problems, just get a carpenter or somebody in. Stonemasons are down that way. I don't know where the Carpenters Guild is.
Actually, about 2 blocks
Okay.
to the west. We just did some work on our property. You should come by and see it sometime. It's quite nice.
That would.
It's a very nice
I'd
place.
love
to
to
have.
see
We
it.
built a gazebo.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, well, we'll do this. Looks like you guys are headed out.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little shopping. We're
It's-
gonna go to the opera. Yeah.
And they look like, the fuck? And then they give you all a look like they're lying, because you all look like peasants like us. Okay, cool. Us too. We love going to the festival. We stay down in the castle ward, and like we watch the like people dance, and the mages do the fire stuff. It's great. It's a good time for the whole family. You should put a shirt on. It's cold outside, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it. I was in the bath when we found out we had a bar, and I had to have a drink, and now there's notes and stuff, and we're going shopping.
Yep, I followed none of that. Okay, cool.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
through a lot of clothes.
Yep. And then you just see them both like push past you guys and like turn in different directions.
Yeah.
And they just start like yelling back and forth to each other as they're like assessing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And they are yelling a lot.
I'm sure.
Like these floors, these windows, that roof. Is that a crack? Ah! Just bitching back and forth across the manor.
Well, I'm glad that was in no way awkward.
It wasn't, was it?
Uraug, sometimes your lack of self-awareness is the most charming thing about you.
What was awkward about it?
Precisely.
Before we go, I slip them each a gold piece.
Oh, the Agatha and
Yeah,
Archibald?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, just do something special with the bathroom.
Oh.
It's my favorite part.
Which one? It looks like there's a couple in.
Oh,
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
the one with the plumbing and the clawfoot tub.
Yeah, okay.
The white and black one. It's,
Yeah.
That's the one
it's
I like.
nice. There's like good light in there.
Right?
I got you.
Maybe some, like, plants or something.
Nice. And when you say plants, Archibald like perks up and goes like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. Cool.
Let me know if you need more. We got a big sack of gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna need way more. And he just laughs and claps you on the shoulder. Keep a shirt on around my wife. That's all the payment I need. I'm not as fit as I used to be. And he like tries to flex up,
Oh no.
and his back kind of cracks.
Yeah.
It hurts.
It's very
It
old.
hurts.
Oof. It just walks away. So you guys want to head out into the North Ward?
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys pass like a bunch of these giant guild halls. You guys are all within about 3 blocks of every large guild that you can think of. I won't bother listing them because the book lists like 19 of them and it's stupid and boring.
All
We're
of
all
them.
here.
All of them. But eventually you get to like a building that is the guild hall for like tailors and dressmakers. And you notice in the upper right corner near like this big like gilt window is the seal of House Never Ember.
That's the one. That's Never Embers. Mm-hmm. That's why I get my new finery.
Cool. Just so you know, that note said your friends,
Yeah.
just in case you think.
I did not miss that. Did
Yeah.
you read it out loud or tell us what it said? Or you
You
just said, I'm getting new clothes.
I think I just said I'm getting new
Okay,
clothes.
perfect.
But I would have
Never mind,
like,
you're good.
But I would have like left it on the table there, like any of you could have
Oh,
like
yeah.
actually read it. So,
So it's not just him getting new clothes. We're all gonna get new clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good. All right.
Great.
So you guys go in
Did you guys
and
read my note?
Yeah.
Good job putting it somewhere where people wouldn't read it.
I assumed you wanted us to read it. You left it on the table.
the note also smelled like this very spicy incense.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Sprayed
it
with a little
was
perfume.
rather odoriferous.
No, right? I liked it. Very sexy. It's like musky.
Kind of stung a little.
Yeah, that good sting though.
sting.
Did you bring the note with you?
Yeah, probably so. Because I need proof.
Yes,
I'm
you
like,
do.
I'm like, no, look, I have this note that says I get to be here.
Sweet.
It's okay.
And you see
I have all this money.
an extremely tall.
Let me shop.
Your money's no
All right,
good here,
pretty
but it's
woman.
good everywhere else on this entire strip of guilds.
Right. Yeah.
Hello, how can I help you? A very tall, like extremely dark-skinned, full like, what is it? High elf is standing before you. Her hair is down to like her butt. She's like willowy, and there's like a breeze moving her hair.
Somewhere.
It's so stupid. She's just like, that's the annoying thing that you think all elves are like. And she just stands there in front of you. Hello, how can I help you? Are
My
you looking for a
friend-
different place?
No, I believe we were supposed to be here. My friend Rainier has sent us, and
She
it's-
snatches it out of your hand. If you want to make a contested roll to hold on to it,
No,
but
she
just
can snatch.
she looks at it, holds it up to a candlelight, casts something to see if it's a forgery, and then goes, "Okay, well, if you are a friend of Mr. Neverember, then you should proceed through that door to the Phoenix Dawn, where his personal tailor keeps his apartments, and finally, have fun at the opera." And she just kind of gives you all a dirty look like, fucking how?
Oh,
We went. That was burning her ass up.
Right.
She's like,
Right.
it's not like I've been trying to get into the lottery for that opera for like 200 years or anything.
Cute.
Whatever
200
you'll
years. I didn't even know it was a thing until yesterday.
They'll just let anybody in now.
truly have a nice day. And she like sends a note like floating back towards you. She doesn't hand it. She does like the little like paper waft. Yep. If you could clear out the lobby. It's so very cluttered in here. Her voice echoes in this giant room full of nothing, and how badly she wants you to be far from her because she is sad.
Yeah, I just kind of snort a little bit.
Do you require a tissue?
No, I'm good, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Shift my shoulders in the armor a little bit and like shoulder the mannequin next to where we're going.
Perfect.
Oh my
It definitely
gosh.
like knocks over and she goes, I don't get it.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
If you could just pick that up for us, that would be nice.
All right, so the door's this way?
Yes, please go through the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I like flip her.
I definitely touch a bunch of stuff. in
She
the
ducks out of
showroom.
the way of it and lets it hit the
She
ground.
does not touch copper.
She does not touch copper.
That's funny.
Here you go. Yeah, she's like, oh, well then you. And just watches and tries not to interact with you anymore. She waits for you to leave.
Oh my god, I'm definitely touching a bunch of stuff as we walk out of there.
Like feeling all the
things like-
fabric
Yeah.
and
This is nice. You have nice stuff in here, girl. So nice.
Her throat becomes sore with how much she's trying to clear it to get you to stop.
And I'm like, is this?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
this one looks really like how? I got a scale like 1 to like 1,000. Like
Can
how
you not
expensive?
swap that, please?
How expensive is this?
It's worth more than your entire look.
Well, yeah, I mean, but like how much more? This is crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe we're here. This is so wild.
I know, this is amazing. I thought only fancy people get to come in here.
Right? I
She looks like she's about to cry a little bit. Like, just. Okay.
All right, well, we'll see you later.
I certainly hope not. And she, like, goes back to, like, not doing anything at the desk in front of which she is standing. And you guys pass through into the Phoenix Dawn. And there are, like, mannequins of, like, outfits. There's no rack of clothing. This is just an
you take a
atelier. And you are met by a gnome who's like very young with like super ruddy cheeks and like glossy black hair and like very thick eyebrows with like bright blue eyes beneath and like pale skin. And he goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, my good man. We are here to get clothing.
Such. A friend of Rania, he mentioned you would be coming. Good, good.
These are my friends.
Sure, good. What do you want?
Something hot.
That I can do. Are you up to date on the current foul? Why, nope, we will start from the beginning.
Nope.
And he turns and disappears behind like a very heavy black curtain and emerges with a book, a giant leather-bound book with like gold gilt on the side that looks as big and as heavy as he is. It's a little bit of a wonder he can hold it up. And he puts it out in front of you and goes, "These are my designs from this year. Pick from the first half. Some of the ones in the back are complicated, and I don't know if I can finish them before the opera tomorrow night."
Ooh.
You have to open the book.
Yeah.
I definitely go over there and I'm like, to the back. Are you sure you can't do this? Because this is amazing.
I mean,
And on me? Come on.
it would look amazing
I
on
mean,
you.
Come on.
But make a just make a charisma check, just a general one. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Oh
damn.
shit!
Natural 20.
With that, he goes, I could do this for you.
Is
Of
there
course.
a newsletter?
Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Pick whatever you want.
Okay, perfect.
I will adorn that body.
I think-
And he's kind of leering at you.
I
Not in
think-
a way that's like necessarily sexual, but he's just like, I don't need to take your measurements. I've got it.
Perfect. I think this is it. What are you guys gonna get?
It's like when you think a gay guy is cruising you.
Yeah.
But you're like, but I'm a woman. And he's
Yeah.
like, I know, honey.
Yeah.
But maybe. Yeah.
But if I were to make the
If I-
exception,
Right, yeah.
it's happening right now.
Don't know
I
if
will be
wanna
your double
you
check
or do
girl.
you.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. That's literally my life. That's my lane. That is my lane. I work in West Hollywood, and that is my
Yeah.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yup.
lane.
Yeah.
So I will let you guys
Yeah.
describe for me what your outfits look like. I will assume anything you describe is present in the book.
Okay.
While they were looking in the book, I wanted to do a moment where I'm like sort of like shifting in my armor and thinking like, maybe I'll try like do a little like prayer of thanks to Soon and see like, does she want to just take it back?
Nice. You complete your small prayer, and in a flash of like pink light, your armor disappears.
Okay.
And you hear, ah! What?
And I'm just like in a shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not screaming about the armor. You're a priestess, and I understand. But like, what are you wearing?
This is literally under armor.
I'm afraid. I hate it.
I know she's so like low class like this, isn't she? I'm just
I feel like you're a
kidding.
priest of Soon, and you should know better.
I can't wear a gown under my armor, can I?
I would never let the high priest walk out of the door looking like this.
I should hope not.
Yeah, just saying.
All right.
You get the sense that like the high priest comes to this too.
Yeah.
Too.
There's I saw some. There was a little like a pearlescent kind of fabric I saw in the
Yeah,
book.
of course there is.
All right.
Do you not know who I? Of course you don't. You've
I'm
never
sorry,
been
what
here
is
before.
Your name? I'm sorry, we didn't
Thank
get that.
you. I was
What?
waiting.
We got to it eventually. Hello.
My name is Jamon.
Oh, uh-huh.
You do get that? Jamon.
Yeah.
Every time he repeats
I'm
it,
like,
less
"Yay!"
letters. Jean. Yeah, exactly. Jamon Jackson.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep. I am Jamon. Obviously, Jamon Jackson. And then, like, he says his name with an accent, but then he doesn't speak in the accent. He's very silly. Cool. So, pearlescent,
Yeah.
that's a fabric. Do we have a shape? What shape are you going for?
Well, formal, obviously. So, me, Jason, I don't know a lot of like formal.
Yeah.
stuff.
Good. He goes, I'll take care of that. You. What would you like?
I'm okay.
No?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to be a dick and go over to the book in one of the more complicated fashions and take a look at it because I've got magic armor that I can look like other shit and just...
Oh, that's clever. You have some sort of enchanted armor that can change appearances.
Pretty much.
So since you've never been to the opera, allow me to tell you that there are anti-magical fields and wards up. You're going to be dressed like the peasant you are the moment you walk through those doors. So can I help?
Rude.
Yup.
But yes.
Good. Not saying it's not a clever trick, but magic can't do what I do. And if you're spending Rainier's money, you might as well spend it.
Yeah, well then I assume that you know what to recommend and I don't have to tell you anything about what would be in my preferences.
Thank you. Now we're speaking the same language. And he grabs your hand. Do you allow him to, like, carry you?
Sure, why not?
He drags you behind a curtain and offers you 3, like, dark green velvet dresses. And they're each cut in, like, these very, like, super complicated things. Like, you cannot slip this dress over. You have to, like, be sewed into it. I can't say the word sewn. You have to be sewed into it. And he goes, which one of these do you like? It's going to be a bit to put any one of them on.
The middle one.
Yeah. The middle one has, like, a very deep cut neckline and, like, cutouts on the side. And the back is completely open. And, like, there are green... they're not emeralds. They're, like, dark green jasper, and like malachite is like sewn into the bodice, and like the sleeves are the ones where like when you hold your hands up, like the slit allows your forearm to be free.
Sure.
But then when you put your arms down, like it's completely enrobed in this like white silk and dark green velvet.
Perfect.
Sweet. Okay. Well, I hope you have a.
I
Is
don't
that
know
what you
what
want?
that style is called, but it's that.
Okay, it's a that.
But,
Sure.
I mean, it's not really a
I think
specific
it's pretty.
style. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, it is. It's beautiful,
Yeah.
but it's not really a specific thing
Okay.
that can.
Fancy and something I can wear my belt of giant strength with.
Nice.
I would find a way to describe it, but
That's fine.
take me a second.
So, just so you know, between you and me, I had the Lady of House Deneau try this on earlier today. She looked terrible. So if you see her, try not to rub it in too much because you look exquisite.
So what I'm hearing is rub it in a lot.
I didn't tell you that. And he giggles maniacally like, I like you so much.
I like this man.
This is very good. Okay. Well, you're taken care of. Do you want to just, you know what? Just sit in the other room and show them how they're supposed to look in my clothes. Thank you. And he like pushes you out of the curtain.
Marl's going to make a huge show of this. Just because she can.
You look fantastic in that.
Wow.
I say a very crass, drowish comment under my breath. Jesus.
Yeah.
The equivalent of, like, holy fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, like,
It's ninth leg.
yeah.
But she took her glasses off. She let her hair down.
Glasses, paint on the overalls, all gone.
Complete
She's all
makeover.
that. She's all
I
that.
called him his congeniality.
Yeah.
Los
Sixpence
Troika,
Oh,
you're
God.
beautiful.
100 party points. As Sixpence None the Richer starts playing as you come down the stairs. All right. Next up, he goes, you, peasant priest, come with me. And he pulls you. Do you allow yourself to be pulled?
Yeah, I mean, sort of.
Yeah, right. He's like, oh my god, my shoulder. Just allow yourself to be
Yeah, I'm
taken
coming.
by my beauty.
I'm coming.
And he pulls you into the back room and pulled out the dress. Like, do we have words to describe that? It looks like a
It's-
pretty
Well, show it to me again.
ball
yeah.
gown.
Uh-oh. There. Yeah, it's like deep neckline.
Deep, plunging neckline.
Yeah, it's a plunging
But she's
neckline.
always like shoulders free because you can't contain them.
You can't.
And you gotta
Like
let
a
them
thin
out.
strap.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like diaphanous
it's
a little
a
bit.
plunging tank bodice going into an A-line.
That's what I was
Like
gonna
that.
say.
There we
Yep.
go.
And the dress, like the material itself, is covered in these like very small, like it looks like glass beading that like in flat lighting looks like an ivory.
Okay.
And then he goes, but I know how the lighting at the opera works. And he snaps, and a torch that burns in this like flickering like rainbow flame kicks up, and all of a sudden like it hits the glass beading and it shines in this like purple to pink hue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like an opal. And goes, yeah, that though.
This is beautiful.
I know, and pushes you out so you can have your entrance too.
Yeah. Steps out, does a little twirl.
Yep. Look at the layers. Ugh. You look like dessert. He's just yelling from back behind the curtain. As she dies, goodbye.
Bye, Terry.
Oh no. You need help?
You all right?
I know. Okay. And he goes, you, and he goes up to you and grabs you by the cheeks and you,
Yes.
the one I must make good for my lord. What do you want? What are you thinking?
I want whatever you think is going to make me look the hottest out of any man that is going to be there at the opera.
I mean, my clothes won't do that. You should go naked.
I'm not entirely opposed to this. It's just this is the first time I get to buy fancy clothes ever.
Jan,
So
we're a little on the clock. Please don't have sex with this man right now.
I'm not going to have sex.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I am actually straight.
Oh,
but
well,
thank you.
my mistake.
No, it's fine.
I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, of course.
But you know what makes a man sexy, right?
Absolutely.
I can
Every
tell this
man there
about
will
you.
be trying so hard with the colors and the lights and the beat. But you will be my gift in black and white.
Yeah.
Come with me. And he grabs you by, like, your hair? It's weird. He's like, yes. And, like, pulls you back towards the room and sets you up in this, like, jet black velvet tuxedo with, like, stark white, that, like, hyper white that you're like, please don't look at dirt or it will never be clean again.
Oh, God. My greatest
Sounds
challenge as an
dangerous for you.
adventurer.
Yeah, right? And the gloves are, like, that he adds to them are, like, leather gloves, but they're this, like, blood red. They're this, like, perfect, like, crimson. And he goes, only the purest of color. And perfectly tailored, obviously.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is like sexy,
Yeah.
but not like I'm trying too hard.
Exactly. That's the secret. All these other men, these peacocks, they will be trying so hard, and you will be effortless.
I like the way you think.
I know. And he pushes
Yeah.
you out for your entrance as he just yells from the back, behold!
Look at me, I'm fucking fancy, right?
You look great.
Wow.
I like the fact that you let us know that using an expletive. That really just added that extra layer to it.
Oh, wait, you're making fun of me.
Yes, yeah, I'm
Oh,
making
okay.
fun of you.
So what, I'm not supposed to curse when I'm with the fancy people?
They don't tend to like it.
Ah, fuck them.
I knew there was something I liked about you.
You, my darling.
Yeah, I'll go back there with you.
Yeah, of course you will.
Whoa.
But what did you want? I'm seeing something very fussy in the back. Do you know what it looks like?
Nope, but I will.
Give me a color.
Oh,
Party in the front, fussy in the back.
Hey.
I want it to be like blood red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a tail?
I do have a tail.
Okay. He goes, turn around for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are we doing with the tail? Is it under? Do you want it showing? Is that a thing? Am I being gauche? I've never dressed a tiefling before. Why is
Really?
that?
Yeah, why?
I can't imagine why, because I am blind to class struggle.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Great.
I don't see class.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Oh
only
my
see
god.
Oh, and for you, deep red.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right on.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Okay.
All right. What does it look like? Oh god. Something
Feathers.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like thank you.
I
yes.
have an idea.
Okay.
And he grabs you by the tail
Oh,
and yanks
Whoa.
it.
that seems
I don't
personal.
know. It's very
Bella,
personal.
I don't care what Uraug says. Have sex with him if you want to.
Okay.
He's into it.
Yeah, let's go back and do a fitting.
I mean, I am not
If she
into it.
wants to.
I'm not the boss of you.
He hears it. He's like, I'm not into it. You don't have to. It's fine. I'm still going to do what I do.
I can't wait to see what you do.
And then pulls your tail. Does not pull you by the tail under. He just wants to touch it because he's a dirty boy. And he's going to set you up in, like, the top is sheer. But like the netting is like a very dark red that complements your skin tone, and it's like black and red and purple like jewels that are like rhinestone down to cover your bits, and then it explodes into a very large ballroom made of like red dyed ostrich feathers.
Oof.
Lots of layers, very like Zach Posen and like Alexander McQueen.
Yes.
Had a fever dream.
Yes.
That's what we're doing.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Cool. This, undeniable. You are a tiefling. Be a tiefling. Be red and purple and fierce and there. And I can make a hole for the tail to come out, or it fits very well under. You tell me what you need.
I'm gonna go explore a little bit and figure out where it fits.
Excuse me, my shop is closed. Closed. I say the word clothed so much that I don't know the difference. Please go!
We should probably go, Marl.
Or stay.
I would like to not this.
Well, there's that cafe next door.
Sure. Let's do that. I want to make a big show going past the gal in the front. I can't decide how petty I want to be.
I mean, live your dreams.
Maximum.
Because I kind of want to. I have a spell I kind of want to cast because I want to
Do
be an
it.
asshole. I want to bestow curse, which
Okay.
damages one of their abilities, and her ability to, I'm sure, be a salesperson, the persuasiveness of that. I want her to basically be sort of tongue-tied for the rest of the day where she can't fucking help anybody.
Punch in the charisma.
Nice. Okay. Do me a favor. You're gonna have to make a stealth check to see if you can pull off casting this spell without her noticing.
Okay. That is the one that I should use my inspiration on.
Can I help by distracting?
You absolutely can. How do you help? If you don't
'cause it
leave
was-
in the next 30 seconds, you're going to hear some stuff.
Yeah, we
Oh
just.
no, I went back to get a fitting.
Is it awful to use
where
inspiration
my
to
tail can
curse
go.
somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You live. Well, your party mate might offer you advantage by distracting once
All right.
Yeah.
Jason explains how he's helping.
So yeah, I just wanted to ask her, like, does it? Because like once I see her like starting some shit, I'm like, oh great. Excuse me, does this, and like turning my triceps, like, does this look okay? Are you like? Can you
I don't
tell if
want
this
to
like
look at
does this
your
fit correctly?
Fucking arm right
Yeah, I know she doesn't like it.
It's
Like,
not attractive.
Yeah.
You're not slim and slender.
she is wrong.
She is so distracted by like, can you leave? What are you doing?
But this, I can't
Then
tell
you
if
have to
this
spell.
seam is right on the back.
it looks
It's,
perfect.
What is going on?
I can't roll for shit.
Okay. What's the? I need a final number for your stealth check.
It was an 8. I was mumbling under my breath.
Let's see.
Oh, so you guys went out and
well, yeah, when
Hopefully
it
she's not
sounded like
very
she was going to
stealthy.
get busy, we were like, and it sort of included you, we were like, hey, remember that cafe next door? Like, not within earshot of what's about to happen.
You gave blessing to a thing that's about to happen.
That's cool.
Yep. And she's gonna
give
look
it
over up from you and go, "What are you doing?" As she watches you complete casting the spell on her, and she feels herself get hit like, "Boof." What have you done? I will call the city watch right now. Get out!
Happy to go.
And she screams and just becomes super flustered. Like her cheeks go like super ready. Like it goes from like this like very put together, and she looks like harried and unpleasant. You can see the effects are already working. She is much less charismatic.
This is not a good look.
Get out!
We should maybe go now.
Yeah.
Get out!
Let's go be fabulous somewhere else.
Yes.
Sweet. You guys hooking up?
Oh, for sure.
Cool. And you just hear the like from across.
Yeah.
Nope, we're in the cafe.
That's
Far
my
away.
girl. Good job.
We can do a polite fade to black on that. After which he goes, "Come by whenever you need." I don't know what this accent is. Whenever you need.
I like it, Jamon.
Anything. I like you very much. What's your name?
Oh. Doesn't matter. I'll see you later.
Oh. It's a Cinderella
find you.
situation.
And you're friends with that one?
I'm friends with everyone.
Clearly.
Well,
All right. Well,
Everyone that's, I don't know, cool. You seem cool.
I am less cool than you think right now. I'm only hot. I'll have these sent to your home later today.
Great. It's formerly known as Trollskull.
I-
We're trying to change the name.
I saw the address
Yeah, okay,
on
okay.
Renier's note.
Okay, great. No, I just got a little awkward. I'm like, oh, okay.
And he like kisses your hand and goes, "Have a good day."
It's Belladonna. Bye. I run out.
I was hoping it was a Cinderella moment and you left behind your glass liquor bottle.
Nice.
No, but I did turn and flick my tail out.
So the important note is that you are not leaving in your gown. Are
No.
you guys all wearing your shit
No,
right
I-
now?
No.
I assumed it's getting sent to us. So,
Yes.
Like,
Okay, good.
tailored.
Yeah,
So-
do they have any, like, just regular clothes that we can wear out?
No. They don't make regular clothes here.
Okay, but the Artisans Guild has other places here, right?
Are you feeling like you need an upgrade, Uraug?
I'm in my shift.
Unfortunately, the nature of this is that, like, that is, like, you guys just met the head of the Dressmakers Guild, and that's just, like, his little thing. And all he does is make, like, super fancy outfits a couple times a year. He is just red carpet season. So you guys can like travel farther down the like north ward to try to find like normal people clothes.
Yeah, I want to go on a shopping spree.
Yeah.
Ready to wear?
I just need something.
Shopping spree
for
montage?
now.
Right, yeah. We don't have to RP out the shopping
Yeah.
spree, but Jan has money for like the first time ever, pretty much.
Nice.
So,
well,
yeah.
anything you guys want to buy is within, I'll say, like 6 city blocks of you.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
if you guys want to give me a rundown of like what you're doing.
I'm getting a couple of sets of like fine clothes.
Nice.
And they're pretty much all going to be just like downgraded versions of what Phoenix or Jamon dressed me.
Perfect. So it's a lot of like monochromatic and like very well cut and tailored. If you drop Jamon's name at all, they hand you the clothes and say like, I'm sure like you'll have it tailored to specifications. Like we wouldn't presume to like hand you something in an off the rack size. So sorry. We would never dare.
Sure. How do I do that?
You
This is great.
have your tailor them for you.
Oh, so I can just take this to Jamon and... Wow, this is nice. I like this treatment.
And looks at the rest of you like, is he fucking kidding?
Maybe just send it over to Jamon for him.
Jamon isn't a tailor.
His place.
Wait, can you do the tailoring?
They just look so stuck.
Why
Like,
don't I just pay you extra money to tailor it for me? Jamon's going to be busy with our opera outfits, so don't want to bother him.
and this,
His head explodes, literally.
right? They're like, opera? What?
Who are these people?
You know what? A woman just dead ass face. Like, I am confused. And like another like very plump human comes over to you and grabs your hand and goes, I don't know what fairy tale you exist in right now to know Jamon and have tickets to the opera and not know how tailors work. A tailor should come to your home and make sure all the clothes are fitted. Even Jamon doesn't do final touches.
Oh, do you know somebody to send to my home?
Actually, yeah, I can take care of that for you.
Did you do that at Trollskull Manor at, dinner, sundown tonight?
Oh, I will have someone sent over. Absolutely. Okay.
I want to like crush, like fan the woman who fainted. Like, hey, are you okay? Like, come on. Let's...
You see that she's
Yeah.
like, she did it. It's an affectation. She's fine. She's like, oh.
I'm giving her a chance to.
Yeah, good. She's enjoying the attention.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
fine.
goodness.
Everyone wants to be the star for a minute.
Of course. And they're like, do you need accessories for your outfits? Oh, you sweet boy. She has not let go of your hand, and it's sweaty. Her hands are cold, like just sweaty.
Humans are
fine
always
for
so
me.
They're
sweaty.
so sweaty.
Why? Why do they sweat so much?
Probably because it's fucking hot up here in the sun.
Hmm.
Yes, I need accessories. I like jewelry. I want some rings, earrings,
Okay. Well,
nose ring maybe.
Oh, yeah.
no,
What?
no.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes.
Just give me a bunch of jewelry.
Sure.
Like a handful.
It's cool stuff.
And she like holds your hand and like walks you down the street and takes you to a place where you guys can pick up like fans and like bags and like fine leather pouches to hold your stuff, and then to a jeweler. I think all of this like whatever, we'll figure out the cost
Montage.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can be like fully decked out with like 3 or 4 like sets of like, nice clothes.
Done and done.
And I buy a bunch of bubble bath supplies.
Oh.
There's an apothecary.
Like
It's
a
I've got you.
crate full of like bubble bath
Yeah.
supplies.
Just a shit ton of lush bath bombs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want fancy clothes and bath bombs. Like
Perfect.
That's,
Wow.
You are doing it right.
yes.
Nice. And you get back.
I get a fancy flask.
Wait.
Ooh,
For
nice.
sure, for the opera.
Yes. This is very
I'd actually stag Uraug and go, let's go get our hair done.
Oh, hell yes.
Guys.
Do you have long hair?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slowing.
Right. Does Jan have long hair or short?
No, it's real short on the.
I think that this was said sort of under breath
Oh, okay.
because it's also like
you don't want me to come along?
Well, no, it's like if we
okay.
take them other places, they're just going to bang everybody that we run into. So it would be nice to
excuse
just
me.
have some us time as
Excuse
besties
me.
to go get hair done.
I resemble that remark.
I know. I'm aware.
totally true.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to split her off? Do you let them like float off and do their own
It's
thing?
all right. I'm staying back there with one of those shop people again. I'm sorry.
See?
While she's banging again, we're having this conversation.
Legit. Respect.
Yeah.
Having money gives you a lot of access, you guys. This is like, I've never been around this area of town.
Access.
Like,
Oh, right.
you know what I mean, though? So it's like when you're in a new
Yeah.
dating pool all of a sudden. You know,
Oh,
you go to a new
exactly,
city,
yeah.
you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
These two are like used to like being in high society and doing nicer things.
I dragged you along.
Marl tags along a
Yeah.
lot.
But like you've had a little exposure to it
Yeah.
and you're like good at pretending like you fit in.
Oh, yeah.
These two, I think, these
Hot
are like,
messes.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is like Jersey Shore.
Yes.
Full
Full
Jim,
on.
And
Sam,
we're
laundry.
like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, these are my
Full on.
abs. Have sex with me. I'm gonna buy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like that's yeah.
Well,
it.
you guys split her away, and I'll do your guys' like salon montage in a second. But you two, this like very plump, very sweaty lady that
Yeah.
drags you around, goes like, "Here's how you handle like the actual day of the opera. Like you have a tailor that comes in and does like final fitting with you, and like dresses you and styles you. You have hair and makeup show up at your manor. Make sure the carriage arrives like with about 2 hours lead time before the opera. Like she's actually like giving you the fucking lowdown
Wow.
on how
Thank
to
you
handle
so
this.
much. Why are you being so nice to us?
Honestly, I just don't see people around here getting. It's always the same half elves and humans, snooty assholes. But you guys going to the opera? That's pretty cool.
I'm worried I'm going to hate it.
I mean, who knows?
All right.
There's only like 200 people at the Sea Ward that ever know if it sucks or not.
Really?
What,
It's
really?
only 200?
That's it?
Wow,
we're super lucky.
There are very few seats inside the Opera House.
I had no
It's
idea
the
it was
same
that
couple
small in
families
there.
that go. Yeah.
Wow.
Have a good time for the rest of us.
They're gonna know we don't fit in.
It'll be fun. At least you'll look the part after this.
Can we buy you lunch?
I'd like that.
Yeah.
There's a really good falafel place around the corner.
Is it expensive?
For here, it's not that bad.
Take us
It's
to
like
the
2
expensive
silver.
one.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's go.
She's like a hungry girl.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. It takes you off to get like really good veggie food. Nice. And then you guys end up going to like a very posh looking salon that looks like it doesn't take appointments. Like it is select clientele. Like they are not waiting for people to walk in. They look like they can't be bothered. It's very posh. And you guys walk in and they're like, hello?
We'll be attending the opera later, and
What opera?
The opera.
and we need to get our hair done appropriately.
Okay. Cool. Me too. Whew. Yeah, definitely.
Ticket flash.
Are you guys holding your tickets?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we would have kept
Wouldn't
them
leave
separately.
them all like with one person.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wouldn't leave it anywhere. Actually, yeah, this is a very expensive thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you're keeping our tickets as well.
Am I?
Or you're keeping mine. You
Okay.
know, yeah.
Do you have yours?
I probably have mine.
You might want to pawn it. I don't know.
Whoa.
Oh no, you already got a dress. That's true.
Thanks. Wow. Is that you and I having this conversation
No.
as characters?
No.
Because that feels like it.
That sounds something Uraug would say.
Like,
Just me being rude.
Seriously? Wow. Just because I have a past doesn't mean I don't have a future. Okay.
Oh, that was beautiful. And she goes,
Oh, Lord.
well, okay. Our updues for the opera run about 100 gold each. Do you have that much money?
I guess we'll find someone else's hairstyles to show off at the opera tonight.
I guess it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
night.
night.
I guess you. I will allow that you said it correctly.
Yeah.
I mean, feel free to like throw some energy at them, but they're just gonna shut you down like this, unless you do something about it.
Well, now I don't
Make it
want
happen,
them
make it
messing with my
happen.
hair.
I know, you don't trust them, Mom. You gotta go find that other place and then go back and be like, big mistake. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah.
What was the guy that
can I,
it was a?
can
sorry,
I offer a suggestion?
I was going to name drop.
Oh yeah,
What's his cookies?
Rainier.
Rainier.
Neverember.
Yeah, we'll be sure to let Rainier Neverember know that this is not a place that anyone should come to.
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation.
Persuasion, please.
What is going on?
Do you have inspiration?
I don't know.
Or did you use it?
I did not use inspiration. I got help.
Oh, yeah.
So you could use your inspiration if you want to.
I'm just sitting on it
for a
anyway.
hairdo.
Why not?
You can't get more until you use it. Might as well.
Accurate?
Oh, you can hold one at a
can only
time.
have
and
one
then-
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't stack inspiration.
There we go. 20. You're allowed to stay. You're a good die.
She goes, you know Rainier Neverember.
Yes.
You don't look like you know Rainier Neverember.
Why would we show up looking like that? It's so uncouth and over the top to do that.
Why would you show up at all?
Are you going to do our hair or not?
I mean, if you want to walk around the town looking like you're ready for the opera a day early, or if you really are friends with Rainier, we'll just put your appointments on his tab, and we'll show up wherever you live tomorrow before the opera. And they think that they're, like, catching you in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine with that. And be prepared to do 2 other people as well.
The more the merrier. Where can we find you?
Oh, you'll love this Trollskull Manor.
Classic.
And they kind of, like, go back and, like, whisper between each other, like, shit, we do know where that is. All right, well, we'll see you at the stroke of noon.
Make it 10 o'clock.
How will we know what time it is?
Good, 10 or noon, perfect. Have a great day.
Blessings of soon be upon you.
I like to imagine that you're pulling me out as I'm like starting to mumble again, like I'm gonna curse more people, and you're just like, no more today.
Spell.
Just gonna go up and down and curse all these rude ass people.
Nice. Beautiful.
We do not
When
have
they
the
say curse the rich, they mean anyway.
Yeah, right?
We don't have the spell slots to curse all of
Do
them.
not. There's
That's
so
what I
many
want
of
on
them.
a shirt. Curse the rich.
Sweet. So what do you guys do?
I think that's my main montage. I've got clothes and hair appointment.
And then some.
All right, if you guys head back to your manor, you see standing outside a humanoid figure, but their face, and as you guys get closer, I'll assume you guys all met up walking back at the same time,
We made
post-lunch and salon fighting.
Sure.
You walk back and you see that this humanoid figure has, like, the same, like, sandy brown complexion from head to neck before, like, clothing takes over, and an exaggeratedly pointed beard, an exaggeratedly pointed nose, and their like the hat that they're wearing seems to be the same color as their skin. It's really disconcerting. And the closer you get, you realize that, like, that's not flesh, it's wood, and that you are looking at some sort of, like, mechanical humanoid figure standing in front of your door, waiting patiently.
What is that?
I don't know. We have had poltergeist this morning, and
Now we got Wood Boy.
Is it armed?
this now.
You see that they have a, like, hip slot for a rapier, but it appears like you've seen enough, like, weapons that are well used. It looks like it's welded into the spot and it's just for show.
Huh.
And they're holding, like, a very large box. And they turn and acknowledge you as you guys all walk over.
Oh, what else could we run into today? Let's go right ahead. Why not?
Let me grab it in case it explodes.
Sure.
Oh, you think it's a bomb?
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
my name is Tinker. And they, like, definitely, like, hold the box in one hand and, like, bow and, like, tilt their hat.
Oh, the hat actually comes off?
Yeah,
I thought
it comes
maybe
off.
it was part of
and
it.
there's, like, a molded, like, hairstyle underneath, too.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
too
thinking
much.
like the woodwork thing where like it's on a bar, so the hand doesn't even connect with the hat. And it's
Right,
just
it comes off. That's a nightmare. My name is Tinker. I'm a tailor. I was sent here by a friend of yours to help you prepare for an event.
All right.
Yes, we ordered the tailor. You're the tailor?
Perhaps. And it reaches and hands out a note and like looks and then hands it to you.
Can I roll insight just to
Please
see if
do.
this thing's lying to us?
Yes.
10.
It looks like as though it were like there's nothing in its face that looks like it could like hide what it means. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really have the ability to like tonally like it seems really sincere.
Okay.
And it's just like a helpful
How is it dressed?
like a swashbuckler, but it's like carved wood with like velvet detailing.
So it's not wearing clothes.
No,
Okay, cool.
it was painted wood.
I love it.
Yeah. And the note is from Kevin.
Okay, Kevin. It's from Kevin.
Oh, we should have called Kevin and Karen to come to the tailors with us, to the atelier with us.
I mean, maybe Kevin.
Karen would have.
I
Can you
mean,
imagine what Karen would have done to that lady in the
yeah,
front, though?
we're worried about people's safety here.
She would have killed her.
Don't worry about the lady in the front.
What'd you do?
It's, you know, a story for another time.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Inside the note, Kevin says, like, we heard from Rainier, we got a note early this morning that all the tickets to the opera were sent to your house. We came by and collected ours. Side note, Karen says there's something wrong with your turret. I don't know what that means. Anyway, we grabbed the tickets and I was hoping that we could have our date. Also, Karen took hers and she says she's selling it.
I guess Kevin wants this to be our date tomorrow night. I feel a little conflicted because, well, it's been a busy day, but...
You're not saying any of this out loud, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I mean, you can. Like, the Tinker looks unaffected.
But, all right. Cool. Oh, thank you for the note.
Okay. Do you require my tailoring abilities?
I guess so. Does have the clothes arrived?
You came home with a bunch of, like, normal
Oh,
clothes.
yeah, we have
Yeah.
all
But the,
those
like,
packages.
the fancy stuff hasn't been sent over
It
yet.
hasn't been sent over yet.
Nope.
I mean, I have things to tailor.
Well, good. That's what I'm sent for.
I can't let this go by. That Tinker the tailor is dressed like a soldier
Uh-huh.
and might be a spy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't make subtle cuts.
Yeah.
Credit.
No,
credit
I've
to the
been
chat.
I've been following this along as well. I'm trying to think of if Marl's going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
That's,
Good job, Chad.
But I
Yeah.
also was wondering,
A
like,
plus.
why he had a note from Kevin to me. But I liked it.
It's a spy for Kevin. He's come to find out who you did today.
Around the world, around the world.
Well,
I just grab him like hook arm and kick the door open and then like I've got like all this stuff and I'm just like rambling off what I bought all
those
day.
all sound lovely. If you change, I can tailor them to you as you wait.
Great.
Is an animated person like this? Is this like a common thing that we'd be aware of, or
Make a history check for me if you guys... You know what? All of you have been in the... Maybe not you. Everyone that's been in the city for longer than a year that has heard or observed the Parade of Wonders, where you might have seen one of these figures walking by before. Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Is this
wow,
something
that's
that
a
poor
natural
people
one.
see?
Oh boy.
I'm done rolling today.
Jesus.
Wow.
You know, I will allow if there's a reason where
Well,
you
no,
might have-
there's something that I want to try, and I'm not sure exactly where it would fall because I do have shifter
Apparently
level
I know.
senses. I want to see if I can if he's tracked anything from an interesting part of the city, anything distinctly smell-wise.
Nice. Make an investigation check for me with advantage.
Investigation.
Whew.
I have a 21.
It's investigation.
This is very good that you know about this. Go ahead and make your rolls. Those were trash, and let's talk to you really quick.
Apparently, like, I have sucked all the luck out of everybody else's dice today.
Succubus. I did okay.
I shouldn't have loaned you the big
shouldn't have.
die,
You
because
should not
apparently
have.
it makes the other ones work.
It does. They're like, oh no, our friend is gone.
Yeah.
Our big friend.
Protector.
You have always, since you were a small boy,
Yeah.
you would go up from the dock ward and watch the Parade of Wonders, where all of these mechanical constructs, most of them made by the Temple of Gond, would parade through the streets doing like tricks and like cavorting, and it's very cool. This is something you've heard of before. It's called a Nimblewright.
Nimblewright.
They're an all wooden and magically animated construction. And something in the back of your mind reminds you of the piece of parchment you bought from Zoblob's shop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
With
Because I'm kind of mechanically, too. Mechanically minded.
and now that you're like thinking about it and observing a Nimblewright face to face, there's something very similar between like what you have as far as like the detailed plans for and the object that you're observing right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nimblewrights are a rarity,
Yeah.
but they exist.
Okay. I'm going to try and just casually get as much information about how he was created.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know
Oh.
too much about the nature of his creation. He's like, I was made by an artisan, a mage that works with their hands and builds and casts. I don't remember much about it, but it was in Candlekeep. And I was purchased by, and they, like, the Nimblewright goes to speak, and it kind of blanks out, forgets the question, and stops speaking.
Okay.
And you, on your, what was your,
9.
it smells kind of salty. That's all you get.
Great. Damn it. I'm like, I'm being clever. Dice
No
are
one's
like,
clever.
And the dice are like, fuck you.
No, but here's what happened. You went to go investigate further, but, like, in his excitement, Yan, like, pulled him off away before you could do, like, a detailed investigation.
You're
So
like,
you just
oh,
got the
Yan did
sense.
not
Yeah.
complete his bath.
Not a yan.
Uh,
It's all right. My mic wasn't on yet.
You can still hear that, though.
So you got the brief, like, scent of salt before
Yeah.
it was overwhelmed by all of the, like, perfumed bath things that Yan was holding as you, like,
yeah. He brought a lot of bath
he brought a
stuff.
lot of real good smells
Yeah.
in that covered up whatever was
oh,
on
too
the
many
Nimblewright.
smells in this place now.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Are you the only one?
They just bought their fancy clothes. Or did you guys buy regular clothes too?
I bought a couple regular dresses, but regular for Uraug is like a little fancy.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Uraug talked Marl into some outfits that she doesn't really care that much about because she has her armor, so.
Nice.
Although I actually did, like, my mental image was like talking Marl into like some suits, like with pants. I don't know if that's Marl's aesthetic, but that was, I could just imagine Uraug going like, "Hey, you look good in that suit." I don't know if
Marl would probably be down for that.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I got some free clothes.
Yeah. You did. Freak clothes.
Both things are true. And
Nailed
Tinker,
it.
Tinker says,
That too.
I can be here through the late afternoon and I can tailor whatever you need.
Well, get to everybody else. I just need the one outfit for right now.
Okay.
Thank you for your creative services. Can we?
Of course.
Do you need anything? Refreshments? Something to drink?
No, thank you. I'm
Okay.
good.
Oh,
don't
Leaf.
eat or...
I gotta go check on Leaf.
Okay.
Tinker looks unbothered.
Yeah,
Tell
and
him I
I'm just
said
gonna,
hi.
dash off.
Okay. I think eventually, you know what? It's been a long day of shopping, and Agatha and Archibald are gone for the day.
Yeah.
And they were like, it is so stuffy in this turret. We're just going to air it out a little bit. And all of the windows...
Well, I did specifically tell them not to open them.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
okay.
did it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, between that
It
and the
smells
thing
really
from
fucking
It probably
bad in
smells
here.
bad, and it's dusty. They
It's
want
musty
light.
and dusty, and they were like, yeah, it's just going to be for a minute. Like, whatever. It'll be fine.
between that and the note from Karen, it's like Marl is panicking and goes
Made a
in and
choice.
starts slamming all of
Well,
the
it's dark out now, right?
things closed, but
It's now
still,
getting dark.
gonna start running in and closing windows.
Cool. And eventually you hear the murmuring of Leaf in Elvish again, and I believe Tongues is worn off.
Okay.
So he starts murmuring, notices that you aren't responding, and then switches to Common. And says, like, they opened the windows. But it did smell bad.
Sorry.
It's fine.
They're all closed now, though.
That's okay. They stayed out of my room, so that's not that big a deal. It looks better in here.
I have a question for you. I know that this is where you live. Are you able to move beyond here if you want to go out into the city?
Why would I want to go out into the city? I'm a barkeeper. This is my tavern. Who's going to stay and protect it if I'm not there?
No. We just have an unexpected visitor that showed up and maybe a little suspicious of where they came from and thought maybe you could help us out with when they leave, finding out where they go.
Here's the spy.
Yeah. I
If you're up for it.
don't know. And, like, trails off and breaks into Elvish, and then eventually comes back and says, I'm not going to leave.
Okay.
And his voice gets very bassy, and the windows start to vibrate.
Forget I asked.
It's fine. I don't think, I know because I'm the god of this world. Leaf doesn't realize that, like, his tone turned super dark and rumbly.
Sure.
He thought he was answering pretty plainly. He's like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Can I get you a drink? I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would love a drink.
Sweet. Go grab it yourself.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you want one.
Yeah, I will serve myself a drink.
Perfect. And in the rest of the room, are you guys interacting with Tinker? Maybe about half an hour after sunset, the door rings, or the knocker rings again, and Jamon has sent over all of your guys' outfits. And Tinker's like, what is this? Is this more things for me to tailor?
It is, but I don't know how much you are hired for or how long you can stay. This is our opera outfits for tomorrow.
I have an outfit for... It doesn't matter if you already have one. And he, like, puts a box, like, looks at you, puts a box down, ignores it, isn't worried about it.
What's in the box?
Oh, I had a dress sent over. A dress was sent over with me. And that was what I was supposed to tailor. But then I was busy tailoring all the other outfits. Which is fine. This is fine.
Someone sent a dress for me.
Kevin.
Aww.
And it just
sent
blanks
you a
with, like,
dress.
no expression. There's no expression in Tinker's eyes. Like,
Oh, that is so sweet.
It's very sweet, but he probably has bad taste.
He wanted me to be his date for the opera tomorrow.
Oh.
That's sweet. Wait, are we all together? Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine. It is sweet. Well, I guess I should look at the dress at least. I have
you
a
can or
feeling.
you cannot. You can do whatever you want.
I have a feeling. I think what I got today is probably more to my liking, though.
Are they in those boxes? Do you want me to pull them out
May
and
I?
start to?
No, you don't have to pull mine out right now. May I see the dress that is in the box you just set down, Tinker?
Yeah, and he bows to you and hands off the box to you. And inside it is just, like, it's a pretty simple, like, purple satin gown. Like, very, like...
It's very basic.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's, like, well made.
Yeah.
It's a
You want
purple
me
that,
to-
like, matches your hair.
That's really sweet, but do you want me to go tell him? Like, I'll go buy him a drink and say, hey, look, she already got the dress. It's much nicer.
I can just return with the dress. It's fine.
Just let him know I got something today from the tailor already.
Okay.
Oh, you know what you should do? This is slick.
What?
This is slick. Say, Kevin, I will wear this dress on a special occasion just for you and me. That's what you say.
That's
Okay, that's sweet.
kind and devious.
Yeah.
Well done, Yen.
Well, that seems...
You think Gragtol had all those good lines to get you?
Huh. Okay.
Oh.
Duly noted.
I like
so
it.
I mean, he's a sweet boy and a lot more sincere than I am, but not slick.
He's good when he can write something down, but when he has to, well,
He was
Not great
kind of
off
an
the dome.
idiot when you were around.
That's adorable.
Real kind of stupid and slow.
he is sweet.
Oh, wow. That's like a southern, oh, bless. Bless his
Yeah.
heart. That's like how I felt.
Oh,
He is
If I
sweet.
knock the hell out of that mic.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was,
Sweetie.
it was, I mean, maybe Yan doesn't come off like this, but it was meant as a, like, he was so into you that he was dumb.
No, that's how I got
yeah.
it. Yeah, and that's
All
what I
his-
No,
meant.
just that response.
All his blood, like, rushed to his nether regions, and he had no idea how to talk to her.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah. It totally serenaded him.
Well, I have to return for the night to...
So why don't I write a note?
To who?
and
to
it,
where?
it glitches and stops answering the question. But I can return tomorrow if you need it.
Are you with is it Xanthar? Who sent you?
It, like, doesn't hear your question.
Okay.
And I was sent by Kevin.
Are you sure it can't get you anything? You've been here a long time, and I feel bad that we can't offer you
I
anything.
don't eat or drink. Thank you.
Well, okay.
I write a note and I'm going to hand it to you and be like, can you return this with the dress? please?"
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I
The
think
note says, Dear Kevin, you're so thoughtful. I've already gotten a dress for tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Nice. Perfect. Okay.
X. BD.
Perfect. And he, like, makes his bows and leaves.
I like that.
I've never seen a creature like that before.
It's a nimble right.
A nimble
A
right.
nimble right. Yeah, they make them. Like wizards make them or something.
Okay.
Like a golem.
Kind of.
Seems pretty handy, though.
I know, right?
I wouldn't mind having one of those around the house just to, like...
Most of the golems I've seen are dumb.
That guy seems pretty smart.
Yeah.
It's a little different. He's
Like
more like a mechanical kind of.
Interesting. I'd love to see how something like that is made.
Well, it's probably got some sort of soul or spirit in it, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You can guess it on yourself.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
absolutely.
tell. What?
I've been watching the interaction from the doorway, drinking something from the tavern, and I want to follow Tinker.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast my invisibility spell
Please do. How long does invisibility last?
for up to an hour.
Good. Okay. So you do so. And in order to follow Tinker through the streets without being detected, I will have you roll a series of stealth checks with advantage because you're invisible.
Dice, don't be.
Don't take your drink
Bastard.
with you. We don't have that many glasses.
Anything you are holding
Okay,
will turn
Mom.
invisible with you. You can bring your drink. I'm saying don't let Uraug lie to you. You can bring it.
Why?
What is happening?
I don't know. You ruined all of my dice.
First stealth check is
Me?
a what?
do
It's
anything.
an 11. I hope it's a really noisy part of town.
How did I ruin your dice?
No, not you.
Oh,
Her.
Oh, okay.
Because I let her use this, and she used all of the magic that was in the bag.
At like a couple distinct points on like dark corners, the Nibblewright stops and looks both ways, thinking it's heard something, and just freezes for about 2 minutes, and then continues on. Please make another stealth check. This time
Use
without
her
advantage.
dice.
Right? I spit on her dice.
Those are my dice. Please don't spit on my dice.
I'll wash them before you get them back. I'm
that's
just going to
respect.
lick them before she uses
Well, now I
them.
like them
Because she
more
went
if
to
you
the
lick them.
bathroom.
Lick is nice, spit is bad. Same juice. The intent.
Yeah, it
Intent
is
is 9
different.
cents.
Okay,
It's
screw
different.
you.
I said
but that's
without
a lot better.
advantage.
No.
I said
Yeah, I know.
without,
Huh?
I said without advantage.
Without advantage.
Yeah, because the Nibblewright is aware of your presence. Like,
Oh.
it's aware it's being followed.
Okay.
And
Do
is
you want me to
now-
just roll one die then?
I mean,
I
you
will. I will re-roll that because I rolled 2 because I was not listening. Which is not as bad. That's 15.
Okay. With a 15, you realize you're getting closer and closer to the Dockward. And the Nibblewright is completely unaware of your presence.
Okay.
Make one more stealth check for me with advantage, because it thinks it's fine again.
Okay,
Lost
dice.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice, what you do?
Can he snap his fingers?
Yes.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Sweet. With a natural 20, it believes it is alone again, and you see it board one of 3, like, giant galleons in the harbor that all are, like, decorated the same way. Like, they're the same, like, this really, like, golden-hued wood, and there's a flurry of commotion and, like, bright-colored silks everywhere. They're, like, party boats. And this Nimblewright walks on to the largest and most gloriously appointed of the 3 party boats. And disappears from view.
My guess is that is not where Kevin is. How occupied are the party boats? Are
Very
people
occupied.
crazy occupied.
I did say they were a flurry of motion.
Sure. Well, yes, but I mean, like,
Not quite that
I
big,
was thinking
but,
more like how dense, like
there's
weaving.
probably 40 people on the deck of each boat. And they are, like, laughing and carousing, and you
What
can
are they
see the minor sparks of,
wearing?
like, magicians are probably on the boat, too.
Mm-hmm. What kind of apparel are people wearing on this?
Ask the question you want to ask.
I want to know if I can blend in with them. And
They are wearing, like, there's no, like, clear costume or uniform to them. They're just wearing, like, fancy silken outfits, like, low-cut trousers and, like, tummy-bearing blouses, all in these, like, bright, deeply dyed, like, colors.
sure, there's a difference between that and my plain leather armor.
Yes,
That's why I
absolutely.
was asking.
Yep.
Does it look like there's any sort of bouncer, or is it just people having a good time?
Make an intelligence check for me.
Good thing my intelligence is terrible. What the Well, I'm a dummy dum-dum. I rolled 4.
4.
Derp!
With the 4, you're like, I'm sure it's fun.
Cool. I'm sure it's fine.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going...
Can you, like, text me before you go on that?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Just gonna be straight up horrible. And
We didn't buy cell phones on our shopping spree.
You unfortunately did not.
I should have thought of that.
I'm gonna make a go for it with dropping the invisibility and kind of in a shadowy area, and mimicking sort of the type of apparel that I'm seeing on the party boat, and try walking my way onto the party boat.
Are you walking onto the one the Nimblewright came from? Mm-hmm. Okay. You get across the plank, and as you're about to cross onto the ship, a half troll
Whoa.
grabs you by the scruff of your shirt and goes, "I'm so sorry, but none of the festivities are available for public view tonight. But if you come back tomorrow, we'll be all over the city."
I'm part of the entertainment for this evening. I'm one of the bards.
Oh, honey, I know you're not. You don't. I know everyone here, and you're not. Who are you?
My mistake. Perhaps you could tell me something, though. There was a wooden man that came up on here, and you know everybody who's here.
Of course I do.
I'm assuming he's supposed to be here. And do you happen to have a fellow named Kevin that's up here as well?
Kevin? What does he look like?
And I'll give him a description of what Kevin looks like.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, Kevin. We have Kevin here. Do you need to speak with Kevin?" "Oh, no. Did he do this again? Are you the one for Waterdeep? He does this every time. Look, I am so sorry.
No.
But his heart can get away with him. Sometimes he loves too much. But
That
you can't follow
scoundrel.
him here." And he, like, pats your hand and goes,
Oh, I'm so glad that somebody told me.
"Yeah, it's fine.
I'm so glad.
He's loyal, but his real heart is the sea." And he's like, the troll is trying, like, he's trying not to laugh, but also
He's
being
like,
sincere, like,
on a
"Sweetie,
Western Bay.
can I get you a glass of wine or something on the way out?"
That would be just to calm my nerves.
Yeah, of course. And he like
I'm
snaps
like
his,
trying really hard not to laugh.
his big meaty fingers. He's also trying hard not to laugh. Like, you know what? Actually, make a deception check with disadvantage.
How big is a half-troll? How big are we talking? Like
A
8
little bit
feet
bigger
tall?
than a half-orc.
Yeah,
So
oh,
we're talking
so
about 7 feet
7,
tall,
yeah.
400 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a big
Well,
boy.
with disadvantage. Thanks for the disadvantage.
You
so-
said you were laughing.
Yeah, well, I was trying not to.
That's fine.
It's a 6.
Yeah, with a 6, he's just like, well, no. Sorry, I'll roll for it. That's a natural 1. He believes he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you sweet girl.
Just
So fine. I know. Kevin. Kevin.
what?
And yells. And
to think they're going to let him into the opera.
what?
I know.
Kevin's going to the... Of course he is. Of course he is. Well,
You can see why I'm so upset.
I understand completely. And
If
someone
only there was
rushes
something
over.
we could do about it.
You know what?
It's not
I
fair,
can throw
and
him
it's
off the
going to
boat
be as a
later.
date, and he's got
oh.
his ticket.
Son of a... You deserve better.
I mean, if the ticket got wet, I mean, he wouldn't. Oh,
That's so cruel. I'm happy to do it. Of course.
yeah.
I've got you. And someone like a young girl, she's like Asian with her hair is in like a super high point, like the Ariana Grande level, like super ponytail.
Yeah.
She like runs over with like a glass of wine in this like paper cup, and she's like, "You gotta drink it fast."
Oh, thank you. I need it for my nerves anyway, so I'm gonna like definitely drink this wine very quickly and still just.
Yep. Do me a favor
so
and make
upset.
an
is
investigation
hilarious.
check for me. Or what's your passive? No, just make an investigation check.
You might want to go with passive.
Passive.
Yeah, passive would have been a lot better. That's a 9.
What's your passive perception?
It's
I
a
have it written down.
14.
It's 14. Yeah, with the 14, you catch out of the
What the
corner
hell
of
did
your
I-
eye.
Cthulhu dice today. This
Yeah.
is bad.
This is like Stork and Kimmy and Teri got together and had dice babies, and then those dice babies cursed other dice babies.
Yeah, I'm not letting you touch my dice ever again. I'm gonna cleanse these in like the light of the moon or something.
It is
Jesus.
crazy. You catch out of the corner of your eye Karen walking across the ship.
I'm gonna turn my head so that I'm not like
Well, because you're so
face
upset.
to Karen. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I don't want Karen to see me.
Okay. Okay. She passes by, doing whatever. You just hear her cussing, yelling like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm the maid slayer. I'm very drunk. Blah, blah, Karen.
I'm Karen.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm Karen.
If Kevin could find his way into the brink at some point, that'd be great.
For you, of course. No, you should get along. It's pretty late, and this is not a great part of town.
I will. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And then he gives you like a pat on the shoulder, but it's like in the direction of like please
Get
leave.
out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I am quickly like again kind of that hop run thing where it's like trying not to look like I'm moving away too fast until I'm like out of sight, and then I am just like tearing ass back to the manor.
Just roll 3d20 for me. Let's see how your trip back goes.
Horribly.
These dice.
Well, there's a 14 in there though, and an 8, and also a 4.
You trip at one point, like
Cool.
on the way back on a cobblestone, and go like just you get sprawled out, but you like pick yourself up. Your
That's
hands
cool.
are a little scraped
And
up. It's not
nobody
a big deal.
saw.
Like 3 people saw.
Oh, well.
Oh well,
Not a big deal.
whatever.
Like whatever. You see the beginnings of people setting up market stalls and like the structures that they'll use to build into tomorrow for like the actual like festivities of the opera.
Sure.
Like, you make it back.
Yeah, I
relatively
tripped
quickly.
on construction.
Yep, exactly.
Or I'm
You make it
gonna
back.
say that.
That wasn't there before.
It was not.
Who put this cobblestone here?
And I am gonna go and find Belladonna doing whatever she's
Whatever I
doing.
do.
Yep.
You know, just hanging out, reading. No, I'm not reading.
Lies.
Maybe I'm like cleaning my nails or something. Like I want to like feel like nice for the thing tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta. I put on that dress. I probably tried on my dress. was like, oh shit, I guess I do have to like get the rest of myself like fixed together. You know, like, okay, like what can I do? Like it's that realization of like you made fun of the man for so long, you know, that you're like, oh, like now I'm gonna be participating in this thing. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to walk and like, oh, hey.
I'm just like,
Are you all right?
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a long haul. I have good news and I have bad news.
Okay. Bad news.
Bad news. I followed Tinker back to where he came from.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin was there.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin is an asshole. Who apparently, according to the very nice bouncer on the boat, let me know he does this particular shtick to lots of women. And is a bit of a scoundrel.
Shtick? What's
he's...
What's the
It's
shtick?
not... He's not into you. I guess he lets his heart get away with him, and it's...
That's all right. That dress he sent was trash.
Yeah. But, do you want the good news?
What's the good?
He's going to get, if he hasn't already, thrown into the ocean, and hopefully that opera ticket he had gets wet beyond actual readability.
I'm kind of relieved. We should have tried to save the ticket. Maybe we could have gotten someone else to
You're
go.
welcome.
Okay, thank you.
You know what?
Thanks.
You know, no, I'm going to go get a drink. You're welcome.
Okay. I mean, thank you.
Nope, get the
I've
drink.
never-
Nope.
I don't have
Don't
a lot of
talk
friends.
to me.
I don't have a lot of friends.
There's a reason.
Oof. Damn.
I always wondered if it was me or if it was them, but okay.
Yikes.
God, okay. Yeah, I was never gonna date Kevin anyway. I mean, really? Okay, whatever. It was fun. Okay. That's the end of me talking to myself in my room.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do tonight?
Drink heavily.
All right, cool.
I definitely am taking use of my new little flask. I like just grab it, like because I just had like trying to figure out like good spots for it. I was like, but this is like an atelier dress, which is like it's not a great place to try to
Like under the gown, strapped to your thigh.
Yeah, that's like the only. I'm like that's going to be the only way to get it in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, don't curse your housemates. Don't curse your housemates. Don't curse your housemates.
I have an out-of-character question first.
Yes, please.
Does Bella have... you said she has knives, usually?
Oh yeah.
Are they, like, fancy knives or just, like, whatever she could get sort of thing?
I probably have like one really good one.
Yeah.
And everything else is kind of whatever.
Okay. So then the follow-up question is...
I've probably stolen a couple of nice ones actually too.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bella's tail, like, a spaded, like, flat end? Or, like, what does it look like?
I thought about this once,
Yeah.
but I don't remember.
She's doing a quick sketch if
Yeah,
you're
I
listening
think
along.
so.
I will say that like D&D rules have decided that
What is it?
tiefling tails are not prehensile
Oh,
for whatever it's worth. But if you want yours to be, I don't give a shit. Do it.
I mean, it could at least flick something, even if it can't hold it.
If you're trying to make
Yeah.
it like knife flickable,
Oh, it's not gonna.
No,
flick a
that's
knife.
not what I mean.
Yeah.
No.
but yeah, live your dreams.
Yeah.
No, I was... Uraug is sketching a knife design that I was thinking it would be based on the shape of her tail.
Nice.
And then have, like, in the morning when she can do that, like, magical metalwork. Which, if I haven't mentioned before, she's a forge cleric for the listeners. And she can, like, just magically make stuff out of metal every morning.
That's dope.
And so I was thinking, like, putting a pair of knives together that basically look like they are Belladonna branded.
Fuck yeah,
you know?
that's so cool.
So, like, the handle looks like her horns, and then the blade looks like the, you know.
Yeah, so you have another thing you can be dismissive about.
Wow. The bitch energy in this room is
I'm really
strong
trying
right now.
to be. I'm really trying to
Love
like,
it.
you know.
I feed off of it.
I'm trying to like understand, you know, relationships. I guess.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm making concerted effort.
Uh-huh.
But I've never lived in a place this nice before. I'm very out of my element. It's very uncomfortable. I literally have been living in lean-tos and shacks. You know what I mean? Like,
you woke up in the street and barfed on the cat. Yeah, we know
right.
that too.
Thank you. That's the beginning of the game.
That's right. Low lives.
Yep.
Low lives.
Are the rest of you guys
They're not.
doing anything else this evening?
Yan is in his bathtub.
Yes.
It is there are way more bubbles
This
than
luxury
should be.
Good.
There's 40 different scented candles lit all over the room, and he is just lounging and drinking the expensive bottle of alcohol that he bought, and singing
This is so cute.
and he is
So he's
going
just
to
pretty womaning.
Yes, he's
This is
pretty
very
womaning,
good.
and he is going to get pruny.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Some of the bath bombs that you bought were the really nice ones that
Yeah.
when they hit the water,
Literally exploded.
they explode the stuff. No, they actually start a small bubbling current that makes all the bubbles bubble up even more. So you're
yes.
drowning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bubbles fucking
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. It's real
Yeah.
cute. It smells really
Love
nice.
it. Nice.
Tight.
Love it. Okay.
Anyone else?
Super happy.
If not, I'm going to jump forward.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so the next day happens. A tailor sent over by Jamon sews you guys into your outfits, tailors you to perfection. Hair and makeup come over, get you guys on point in about 2 hours before the opera starts. You take off in a carriage that you've had sent to you.
Is it those snooty girls to come to do the hair that they're oh god?
Yeah, they showed up and they ate their fucking words. They look so cowed. They're not going to bring up that they were ever rude.
No.
They've only ever been nice and will not remember what you talked about yesterday if you
That's-
bring up them being rude.
Oh,
That's fine.
I know these girls.
Yeah.
Marl is mildly hungover and just doesn't talk to them.
And they're being so nice about it. It's okay. We can put on some extra bronzer. You won't even look that hungover. It's fine. We'll take care of it. Yay. Good. Okay, so I want to just get to the opera. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's well into the evening on a chill.
Oh, can I have given her knives?
Oh, yeah.
In the morning.
Sweet.
You'll probably need a leather worker to make something to put. Here.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever given me anything this nice before.
A gown was given to her yesterday, and also today.
Oh, good. You can
Yeah.
appreciate some things.
That is really thoughtful.
I just like the aesthetic of your. Anyway, I should get my hair done.
Okay. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's super sweet. You had a brief conversation back and forth through Dre, telling them about going to the opera, and they're like, "The fuck?
Yeah.
Could we have gone, Mom? What the hell?" You can hear in the back of the sending your daughter, who's the bougiest out of all of you,
Yeah.
that's howling her
Yeah.
indignation, the fuck?
I don't even need the sending to hear it.
Yeah,
it's just
you
the
know
sound
it.
of winds.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they check in, they're doing fine, everything's good.
Great.
Okay, so it's well into the evening on a chill but bright late autumn night as your carriage rolls through the seaward and up the coastal incline towards Mount Waterdeep. The route is decorated with torches that burn in 5 distinct colors: red, blue, black, white, and green. All along the road are crimson-clad performers juggling, dancing, singing, and performing minor feats of magic to entertain the throngs of people out for the night. The opening of the theater is an event for everyone in Waterdeep, not just the richest and best connected nobles that can manage to acquire tickets. On the contrary, the incredibly steep price of the ticket serves to pay for the carnival that the rest of Waterdeep gets to enjoy for free. This is probably the stuff you guys have gotten to do before.
Nice. Yeah.
Those of you native to the city know of the various crimson storytellers that dot the castle ward within magically boosted earshot of the theater that retell the opera story with puppets or pantomime or even small theater troupes for the pockets of Waterdavian population that brave the cold night air for the cultural event. Your carriage rolls up past one of the 8 behemoth walking statues of Waterdeep. This one, the Sahuagin Humboldt, bowed forever in obeisance towards the House of Heroes, is crowded by dozens of food stalls. Steam rises from their roofs, and you can see the drip of condensation from the statue's shins and forearms, and the smell of delicious roasted meats and honeyed pastries and hot apple cider beckon you. Yeah. The carriage slows as you approach your final destination, another walking statue. This one, dubbed the Lady Dreaming, is an elven woman reclining on an outcropping of rocks. Her supine position suggests graceful sleep, and it's within the pocket created by her shoulder, head, and gently bent forearm that houses the white marble Lightsinger Theater. Over the curve of her thigh, water flows down into a large fountain. Beside it, 2 red-clad mages cause the water to dance and cavort and take the shape of humanoids and animals as it moves to the music of nearby musicians playing their lutes and drums. You see a trio of young children screaming their delight as a water knight bows to them before doing battle with like a water dragon. And they like all freak out and run away and run back to their parents.
This is always Sumi's favorite.
Right?
Yan is not keeping his cool, by the way. Like, he is just like staring open mouth, like big ass smile on his face. This is, like,
I've always loved Theater Day. Is
Yeah.
it theater? Is there like a name for this day?
This is just the opening of theater season.
Theater Day.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep. They run laughing from the fountain, chased by a pair of performers dressed as a stylized ancient green dragon, complete with harmless green smoke issuing from its maw. So if you guys had looked at the tickets at some point and read them, you know that you're attending an opera called The Fall of Tiamat. That is an actual documentation of a thing that happened 4 or 5 years ago, where the cult of the dragon tried to summon the chromatic, like, dragon goddess Tiamat.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, and it was stopped by some adventurers and helped by giants. The fun thing about this opera is that it's performed entirely in giant.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, if you've ever heard giant sung before, sounds like, if you guys have played God of War, it's Jormunder's voice of that very low, very bassy, like, tone. So it's like a very weird, dark sounding opera.
Yeah. There's the soprano highs are like tenor.
Yeah, exactly. It's all baritone and below. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, as you guys, like, come out of the carriages, there's a couple food stalls here, but mostly that's for the attendees. So you guys can walk over if you want and, like, interact with some of the, like, peasant
No,
stuff
not
happening.
tonight.
Right? But, like, other than that, you guys are all watching as, like, high lords and ladies are entering into this, and, like, the highest of the high. You guys all catch sight. You all know what Laryl Silverhand, the open lord, looks like. You watch her going in.
oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is crazy.
Yep. You were in the carriage queue, like, 2 carriages behind her.
The Even Falls were out of town. Did they come back
They are
for
here.
this?
They are
great.
in town for this.
Yeah.
So,
Started from the bottom.
make an investigation check for me.
Now
And
we're
we're at the
My
top.
favorite is that they don't believe that I know them.
Yep.
Oh, that's 4.
You're, like, looking around a bunch, and
Yeah.
you thought you were being subtle at first, but, like, you're now craning your neck.
Yeah.
And behind you, you feel a tap on your shoulder. And you see Lady Evenfall, who's like, oh my god, you're here. What is this?
Lady Evenfall, it's so nice to see
It
you
is
again.
so nice to see you, too. She, like, kisses your cheek
Yeah.
and looks around for your husband because she's friends with your husband because they're
Yeah.
gardening buddies.
Yeah.
I was like, where's
Oh,
Crypto?
everyone's out of town. They went up to see the college of the cloaked college.
Yeah. Oh, that is so prestigious. We're going to be going up with Selenor in, like, a week or 2. I thought they were going to go together. She's just going to keep yammering.
Yeah.
Feel free to cut her off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're just sort of chatting back and forth, and like they were going to go up early and blah blah blah. I'm
Yeah.
like, see, I told you I know the Even Falls. I didn't actually say
Yeah.
that out loud, but that's
Yeah.
a look.
Oh my god, who are your friends?
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, I introduced them. And like,
Hello.
my friends.
Nice.
This is
She like gives like
pleasure.
a super proper bow, like the kind where like her back doesn't bend at all. She like goes into like a deep bow to all of you. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
so
wow.
nice to meet you.
And I'm like,
You can make a performance check to try to match the bow.
kind of like awkward.
oh, I love it.
Yep. Sorry, it's a curtsy. Stop calling it a bow.
I'm the 14.
With the 14, you're like pretty good. I think at the very end you have to like shift a foot to like get back up. But like she clocks. She's like, impressive. Good. Nice. Yeah. Well, we're here with our friends the Castle Lanterns. So she like
Oh.
gives you an elbow.
Yeah.
They're great. This is great.
Of
We're
course.
super excited about this. And Selenor is devastated to be missing it. He's not at all. He hates this.
Yeah.
Cool. Where are you guys sitting? Yeah, look at those tickets, motherfucker. You guys have seats in, like, the orchestra section, like, in the middle. They're very good seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Really? I did not know. You know what? I can say it. I did not think you could pull this off. You are quite a little And she boops you on the nose like a little rocket ship.
Yeah.
That's great. In fact, and she like waves, and the Castellanters like start to walk over, then like look at you and
Yeah.
go like, and they just give you a little nod.
Is Rainier around?
He's not.
Oh.
Actually, make an investigation check for me. I will allow you to roll high enough to like rock this.
Maybe not. 14. I'm gonna spend inspiration.
Ooh.
Wait, you would, like sniff for him.
Yeah, bad idea.
Worse.
Oh no.
What is
15.
up tonight?
Okay, with a 15, you catch on the wind that Rainier got there early.
Okay.
You just hear people talking like, oh, I hear Rainier's here this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And
Well, give my best to the Castellanters.
they gave you a little nod. And she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they're super friendly. Okay, I have to go. This is going to be great. I don't speak giant. It's so nice to meet you.
Okay.
She's actually like very cool for like, she went from like super proper to like, this is dumb and bullshit. Hi. You guys are fun. This is fun. What are you?
You should come drink with us later.
You know what? Maybe? I don't know.
Is
We'll see.
is Emmett with her, or is she just on her
No,
own?
she's there. They're, Emmett's walking with
Oh, okay.
the castle.
Oh, okay. All
She's
right.
like, I just
he
ran
took the
over.
bullet.
Yeah. She's like, someone has to talk to them.
Mm.
They keep talking about nothing things and like,
Mm.
it's so fun being a lord. Well, enjoy your first, I don't want to assume. Your first time here. It's great.
That's my first opera.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah,
Kidding me?
definitely.
Pro tip.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you go inside, there's like 3 stalls, and everyone's gonna be at the alcohol one. Don't worry about the alcohol; it's all watered down anyway, which is super bullshit. But there's like a little candy stall on the side, and she spends this like 5-minute explanation of like a little dwarven man that makes candy floss that tastes like strawberry, and she's like, "Get it? It's fucking gold. It's so good. It's the best thing that they offer here, and I can never find him throughout the rest of the year. But like, get as much of it as you can. It's so good."
Okay. I have a flask with me, so I think the alcohol will be fine.
That's so good. I should bring a flask. Damn it! It's really loud. She
Oh,
goes,
nice. She does a big cuss.
yeah, she does a big old swear. She's like,
Yeah.
and she like looks down at her outfit, and she's wearing like a very sleek. So this is the fun thing. It's the same cut of the purple gown that you were wearing, but it's in. Sorry, I knocked the hell out of my mic. If you heard it,
We love it.
Yeah, so sorry. But it's in like this like purpley gray, and it's like obviously of like a nicer make, but it's the same general design. It's just like you can't fit anything under here. Nothing's left to the imagination. I can see things I ate a week ago. Yeah, it's great. And I'm freezing my tits off. Bye. She just like takes off. She is very cool.
Most of your new friends I cannot stand, but that one I like.
I mean, friends is a strong word. The even falls, on the other hand, yeah, they're great.
she's fun,
She's
Right.
fun. And she cursed.
Yeah.
right?
She's
good
rich.
people.
Well, her and Golar do a lot of gardening together. Our garden looks fantastic since he's been hanging out with her.
Oh,
So-
she's the one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She knows what I mean, she's got a little magic in the garden, but like, she knows what she's doing.
I like it.
The dice are going to tell me no, but I want to scan around and see if there's anybody else that looks like they're out of place the way that we obviously are. Like
Yeah, make
people
an
that look like they
investigation check
shouldn't
for
be
me.
here.
And just for the listeners, I have taken my life into my hands and
Oh, God.
loaned Mac a die.
Ah,
Whoa.
19.
Nice.
Don't
God,
put
you
it
did.
next to the other dice.
Okay, we'll let it sit in
may
the
have
middle of the
caught
table
something.
right now.
Is that plus small modifiers?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. My investigation's really low.
With a 19, you actually spot Kevin, who's like
What?
standing
Fuck
around the
that
front,
guy.
like looking around, like waiting. You have you're the only one that spots him so far. So what do you want to do?
Does he look flustered and upset, or
He's just like patiently waiting and keeping an eye out.
I'm gonna go over and talk to him.
He goes, Marl, hello.
Hi.
You look amazing.
I know.
He looks down at his outfit and looks back at it.
What you waiting
Shrugs.
for?
Oh, I got a note from Belladonna that says she was going to meet me tonight.
Yeah, it's funny. I ran into one of your friends the other night. It says that you kind of get around where ladies are concerned.
Oh, What? No.
Maybe don't mess with Belladonna. Not so much for her safety, but yours.
Damn.
And you see like a dark expression move over him, and okay, he's gonna say like, "I don't take well to threats. If there's something going on that you think is happening, like either be upfront about it or let me speak to Belladonna. I don't think you speak for her."
Don't fuck things up with her, because she will probably just kill you.
True.
Okay.
Friendly advice.
I do not know what you're talking about. Make an insight check.
Oh, let's use this. Insight is one of my high stats, please. 15. So that is a 21.
With a 21, you know for a fact he looks super sincere about this. And I will offer you for free that you didn't think to investigate the half-troll that gave you the intel about Kevin.
That's no fun.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're being sincere, that's fine. Maybe you should be more careful about your friends, though.
What friends? I barely have any friends.
This is really not surprising. You've got a particular half-troll buddy on a ship that you were on the other night.
How the fuck do you know about the ship that I'm on?
I know things sometimes. I drink and I know things.
You need that shirt.
Okay. Well, one, be careful about where you stick your nose in, because you might come back with a bloody stump. Other than that, you should know that when you talk to giant drunken orcs or half trolls on a ship, that they're probably lying to you and fucking with you. I've only ever been honest with Bella, but whatever. It's fine.
I'm just saying let's keep it that way.
I'm just saying, don't tell me how to fucking live my life. I'm not worried about you.
Do I
He
notice
looks
them talking?
hella defensive. Yeah, go ahead. You can just notice him. You don't have to roll for it. She's been gone for long enough.
Yeah. Guys, excuse me. Marl's talking to Kevin.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Do you want to go by yourself?
Yeah, I think it's for the best.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
How about, Jan and I stand over here.
I don't know why I'm being nervous. This is so weird.
Jan and I will stand over here, and if you
Okay.
want backup or just like, hey, hurry, we have to get to our seats, just flick your tail to the left. and we'll know.
Great idea. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to head on over. Hi, Kevin.
Belladonna, you look amazing.
I'm sorry. By the time I got the dress that you sent,
It is totally fine. This
I
is
had
much
already
nicer.
gotten this.
It's okay. You're good. You look great.
Thank you.
Hi.
Have a nice night.
Okay.
And he gives Marl the dirtiest fucking look as she walks away.
What just?
Your friend's a cunt.
Excuse me. I don't know if we're friends yet, but what? What?
And I grew up with Karen. She sucks.
She is the worst.
Karen is.
Do you know Karen sold the ticket? She was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I understand though. I mean, the amount of money she probably got for it was probably worth it.
Yeah, she actually was able to pay for that dress.
I
But
mean,
it's fine. I'm not in like a guilty way. It's totally fine. You're good. I returned it. It's not a big deal. You're
Oh my
fine.
God,
I just
that's
wanted to
so
make sure.
That's
You're
so,
good.
Kevin, that's so sweet.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah, it's strange being here. I feel kind of out of place, you know?
Right?
Right?
Everyone here is so rich.
So,
It's kind of gross.
I don't mind if...
I want to rob them. What?
What did you say?
What? Like, don't you too, though? Like, a little bit? Like, a little bit. Take their money. Oh, God.
It would be really easy.
It would be so easy.
I mean, especially while they're all listening to those low
Super low
notes.
So rumbly. They wouldn't even feel
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Yeah.
The opportunity is very, very ripe.
I'm just saying, it's a life we can.
Cough. Opportunity.
Inspiration. Mark that shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Very good. That's good work.
Yeah, I once again
Inspiration goes here.
feel better for having heard that.
I think I heard some things, but honestly, people talk a lot about me too.
Oh. Yeah, okay, but like, Thwamp is an asshole. Don't.
Sorry, what?
There's the.
I'm sorry.
It's a guy in a shit. Don't worry about it. He gives me a hard time. I think he told your friends some like stuff. It doesn't matter. Like, we're not there, and it's not like. It's just fine. Let's just go to the opera. It's not a big deal.
So this is still cash, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
You're good. This is good. We're good.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. He like offers his arm.
I take the arm.
Cool.
And I'm like, spot that one to the left. Yeah. I think I need that bag.
I have an idea. And he like takes you over, and there's like a market stall with like apple cider, like hot mulled cider at it, and he's like gonna bring you in and like talk very loudly about all of his carriages that he owns. And he's gonna like bring you in close enough if you would like to make a sleight of hand check to try to pick this lady's fucking pocket.
We're gonna get arrested at the opera.
Probably.
We are, probably.
Hopefully not all of them.
We don't.
13.
know her.
Yeah. She does not notice you lifting the like ostrich purse from her like little thingy on her dress.
Great.
Cool. It feels heavy as fuck too.
Oh my god. I can't wait to check what's in here. This is heavy, Kevin. Did you hear?
Yeah. So many carriages. Ah, fuck wine. It like sweeps you away quickly. It's like, what'd you get?
Oh my god, let me go like to like find some little corner.
There are 8 platinum pieces in there.
Platinum.
They don't even carry peasant money. Which is crazy because you don't have to pay for any of the food at any of the stalls. Like, this is sponsored by all the people paying ridiculous money for the tickets.
Platinum around town.
Just for funsies.
Well, in case you need it.
It like
Right.
holds her dress down.
Yeah.
That's what it's there for. Cool. So yeah, if there's nothing else, you guys can like head on in.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Sweet.
yeah.
And you guys sit in your row. Kevin's on the end, and then next to Kevin, you see this like very portly, like human man with his hair in like a super like fancy like braided man bun, and the bottom is shaved.
Ooh.
And he is just mugging down on this like kettle corn and is riveted by the performance. Like, no one is having more fun than this dude.
Yeah.
He is so into it.
I like him better than Karen.
Right? He's clearly the guy that
That's like literally me when I buy tickets off of people for any event. I'm like, I got this ticket today.
Right?
Like, I am regularly that person at the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys watch the first half of this like play, and it's about a group of adventurers of like mixed origin, and they like.
Does it have it like
Take down
in
the-
common with the translations?
No, this is a nice one where you get the pamphlet and it explains to you roughly what's happening in like big scenes. So you have the general, like it's also super easy to follow.
Although,
like group of adventure.
for the record, Uraug is like sitting forward and listening raptly and like laughing
Yep.
at certain lines, and clearly understands what's happening.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you could cast tongues.
Yeah, that's what I was
Linear.
wondering. Although,
Yeah, if
it's,
you want.
Hell yeah, do it.
yeah, I'm gonna totally like boop the snoot so I can hear what's going on.
You could boot
Yeah.
other people's snoots and have your group. You could boop the group.
I
It's a
will.
group
I will for Jan. I'm not going anywhere near Bella.
boop. Wow.
I don't know. I feel like no, it's cool. It's fine. I'm gonna go steal some shit anyway. Oh, excuse me, I gotta use the ladies' room.
Yep. Perfect.
And then I'm like
Go
was like,
steal
she doesn't
shit.
even-
doing
gotta be
like
here
we're doing
anyway.
hustles the whole way. Me and Kevin are
This
like
is
plotting the
perfect.
whole time.
This is your guys' date. It's
We
just
were just like, yes. And I'm
Perfect
like,
date.
I can't believe like I found somebody so cool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
wants like who's like down for the same thing I am. Like, this is amazing.
he's just making bigger, weirder lies. Like he's like, I have 3 boats piloted by 8 merfolk. Like I invented an airship. Like it gets dumber every time.
You know what? I bet Merfolk would be shit at piloting a boat.
They would. They have no idea what
I
they're
don't
doing.
know
no
what.
idea.
Why are we
Just
out of
swim.
the water?
Exactly.
Get in the water.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
It's best
it's special ships where the steering is on the bottom.
And they
so
put the flippers through like
yeah,
the
they
Flintstones?
steer from the bottom. It's kind of like a weird submarine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kevin's best line of the night is, "I invented Post-it notes."
Yes.
My dad, the inventor of the toaster strudel, also the toaster.
Right?
Yeah.
I think like Yan actually, especially like after you boop his snoot and he can understand it. I think Yan is just enraptured by this and just like staring and like experiencing all the emotions and like crying like a mess, ugly cries, and and also just actually like loving it beyond any capacity that anyone would expect him to have for as like crude and low class as he is.
Yeah.
So
but it's also
he's
like
oh my
glorifying the acts
Yeah.
of this group of adventurers that
Yeah.
like are thrown into this thing, and
Yeah.
like the main one is an all red tiefling named Temperance, and like her and her friends are like they get their call to action against the cult, and they're like tracking down all of the masks and getting these big dramatic fights, and like all the fights are done with that like Lion King level like puppetry choreography, but like mage assisted. So like every
Fuck
dragon,
yeah.
like there's a bunch of like minor illusions and prestidigitations to make the fire look real, and it like comes out towards the
Oh
audience.
my god, I want to go to this show for
Right?
real.
Me too.
There's a chorus of people that stand on the side that don't interact with the scene, and when they sing, those like super low world serpent bass notes come out, and everyone give me an Arcana check.
Is it also fair to say it's like fashionable to pretend like you're not that into the show? Yeah, Uraug is not good at pretending that because she's super into what's happening. What am I rolling right now?
You're rolling Arcana.
11.
16.
10.
Sweet. All right. With a 10 and above, everyone realizes that the chorus on the side are all transfigured giants, and they are singing in their tongue, but they've like maintained their vocal quality. So like these big tremulous notes that do not come out of humanoid-sized figures are issuing from them, and it's just like you guys can feel their singing on top of like understanding what they're singing
Because
about.
they'd be too big to fit in the opera
Exactly.
house. Got it.
They literally
Okay.
would not fit in it. This
Okay.
is a pretty small opera house. There's only about 300 seats down in the orchestra section, another 150, and then boxes on the side.
Yeah.
So very few people.
I just thought they were really far away.
Yeah. Nope.
Was I able to spot Rainier? Because he's got a box, right?
He's in
not
a box.
sitting
Are
with
you
us.
keeping an eye out for him?
Yeah, I'm
You're
like-
able to count off.
Yeah, I wanna
Private box C.
spot him.
It's like
yeah.
the third one.
Yeah,
You can see him.
yeah. Does he ever like look down and notice us, or like? No.
He's watching, and he's like appreciating
Yeah.
extra opera, and he's also looking forward to seeing you at intermission, so he
Yeah.
doesn't seem too worried about like
Okay.
standing for you.
All right.
Sweet. And you notice before the intermission, there's this like giant reveal. That
Inspiration.
one of the Mark it.
I don't get it.
I hate you. That one of the storm giants is actually a chromatic dragon in disguise. And at that point, you hear like a squeal of delight from the fat guy, like chugging kettle corn like it's going out of style. And he's just fucking into it. And you're like, that guy likes this more than any of us have liked anything ever. And then intermission comes around, and you guys can head up to Private Box C. Do you do that?
Oh yeah.
Where are you at this point?
Oh, I've
You've
made
been
my
out
way
and about.
back. I mean, I went out just for a little bit, and then I've definitely come back.
Sweet. Together, you guys have made something on the order of like 24 platinum.
Where's this cotton candy dwarf?
Oh yeah, the cotton candy dwarf. In fact, as you guys come out into the hallway, you spot Bella and Kevin like counting their little stash very close to the stall with cotton candy dwarf. If you guys want to head over, and he's
Cool.
like his beard is dyed the same bright pink candy floss and like braided with like a little heart shaped
Oh my
like
god, I love him.
ruby jewel at the bottom.
Yes.
He goes, hello,
I'm already married.
I make sweets. What can I get for you?
Picked too soon.
I heard the strawberry.
Yes, my strawberry is so good. It's
Yes.
so good for your face. And he like takes this like, and he like uses magic and like casts this like gust cantrip that like pulls this very thin like spun sugar into a thing, and he like mashes it down into this like little, it's like a bunch of candy that gets mashed down into like this little heart-shaped thing, and he hands it off to you, and it's super fluffy, and it's got like the quality of like bubble gum that will eventually dissolve, but tastes like strawberry cotton candy.
Oh, wow.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
This is one of the best things I've ever tasted.
I know, I'm very good at candy. I only come to town for this.
Where are you normally?
I live in Daggerford.
Daggerford? Boy, they must have terrific candy opportunities in
We have
Daggerford.
so many candies. We are all very jolly. We're all very fat.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Mr. Henrik. That's all you need to know. I
Mr.
make
Henrik.
candy. If you're
I
ever
happen to know a guy named Nick. See?
Actually, yes, he makes very good minty things. Mint is like cold spicy.
Oh, all right. Does he make any toys too?
I don't know, maybe. That's very good. Okay. Okay. Do you want more candy?
Yes.
And he's just like super into it. But you know, like each one of these takes like a minute to spin up, and you know you only have about 10 minutes of intermission. So you can get off like 3 or 4 more. But you should probably go and head up to the private box if you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yep, sweet. So you guys go in, and Rainier immediately goes over and like is like, yeah, and you look great. It's good to see you again. And he's kind of blushing.
You look fantastic yourself. Thank you again for all the fine clothes and the tickets.
Of course.
It's a magical experience. I had no idea this opera was so good.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And he like grabs your hands and is like sincerely happy. You can tell his eyes actually look like a little red and puffy, like he was crying during the opera too. Like, dude loves the opera. And it's like, yeah, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you again for saving my life. And
Well, the opportunity to see this is priceless.
This
Thank
place
you.
is really classy. Thank you.
of course. And you, Marl, I need to introduce you to my friends. And he gestures towards, she's, oh shoot, where did I leave this? Yeah. He's like, may I introduce you to my friend Ivy? They call her the waxmonger, and she like pushes past Rainier and like shakes your hand super excitedly. And she's half elf, super petite, with like curly red hair that's like caught up in like a very high, like you can tell her hair is kind of gelled into like this is the one day it gets to be controlled.
Yeah.
It's normally like down and doing stuff. Her fingers are ink stained, even like though she looks like dressed up, and she's got like a purple poofy dress on, and she like is like super. She's almost like shaking. She's like very excited to meet you. Like, I'm Ivy. I've heard so much about you.
Hopefully good things.
Only great things. You are the only shifter bard that I know that operates on the Sword Coast, and I have a bunch of notes. Oh God, where are my books? And Rainier's like, I didn't let you bring the books in because it's the opera. And she's like, I just wish I had my notes. It's so nice to meet you, and I just have so many questions for you.
Would you like to grab a drink after the opera and you can ask some questions?
I would love that. But my main one is this. Are you aware of the Harpers as a group? A group that does good in cities. This one, other ones. Yes? No? Yes?
Yeah.
The Harpers?
Heard of them. I don't know much.
I know that name, and you might want to have a longer conversation about this.
Yeah, I would love to know more.
Well, we would love to have you as a member of our faction.
Are you a Harper?
Yeah, I am. And some of my other friends are too. Maybe you know Matrim three strings?
Yes. I mean, I know, but not like...
No, I know that
Well-
one. Yeah, okay. For what it's worth, he's actually a very, very good bard. He is one of those guys that's like, oh, yeah, you can play the Greensleeves, but can you only play it on 3 strings? And it always sounds so much worse. But he's like, it's about the challenge. He's a very good musician.
Huh.
It would be nice to hear that sometime.
Yeah. You know, like, they're very proggy, and they're like, I just want to challenge myself. It's weird, I know, but he watched you work when you were in the Yawning Portal, and he recommended you to us and thinks that you would be able to help us with a particular mission of ours if you would be interested.
Well, let's definitely talk after the opera.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Like, Uraug's eyebrows are like, whoop. I think as a, like, esteemed guild,
Yeah.
this is like...
The Harpers are one of
Hype.
the, like, 5 biggest factions
Yeah.
in Faerun.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't just join it. Like, you have to be offered membership, and they have, like, a little special pin.
Wow.
To earn your
They're-
pipes.
Exactly. Yeah. We're going to do, like, a tiny king killer thing, like...
There's strings attached to it.
Yeah.
Oh! But only 3.
You're so plucky.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm not as good at this as you guys
No.
are.
No, are you kidding me?
Plus 100,000 party points because you're doing your best.
Yes!
Those were all great.
They were very good.
What's our total up to?
Well, now it's 200,540.
Can you guys all hover for like 10 more minutes?
I have time.
Yeah.
What are we
We're,
doing?
we're at 10. Well, we're a
It's
little
a
over
little
time.
after 10.
It is 10,
Sweet.
11.
We started a little late. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just don't want to be like, hard end right now. Because she goes, okay, I look forward to talking to you more.
Talking would be nice.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's
I'm
so nice to meet you too.
Uraug Backbreaker.
I know, you're Marl's
Church of
friend.
Soon. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Just laughs a little.
that's true.
Yeah.
Proud to be your friend.
Yeah. Oh, your friends are so nice.
Well,
And, like,
some of them are.
Well, look,
She did
Can we-
specify friend.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Great. I'm Belladonna. Nice
Hi.
to meet you.
I know, you're also Marl's friend.
So, how do you know everybody already? Excuse me?
So the Harpers have eyes and ears all over the city. And
Oh.
we've been keeping tabs on you since
So
you were at the
you're-
Yawning Portal.
So you're spies.
That's a word.
Okay.
For what it's worth, everyone has spies. And I think it's important for you to know that, like, if you aren't connected with someone, then you won't have a sense of support. Waterdeep's a city where everyone's watching everyone.
Yeah. There's a lot
So
of
spies
factions
is
here
a
that's...
big word.
even the Church of Soon has a school of subtlety, but for some reason they didn't want me for that.
I have no
You
idea.
don't say.
I mean, I asked
I
about
have
it.
I think
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm not surprised.
I saw your deltoids walking in before you did, so
But
I get it.
They look good, right?
They look
Like
so
that
good.
Little flex. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you all. So we can talk more after?
Absolutely.
Are you going to join? I would love to be able to put you on the roster.
Can I ask some questions about it first?
I will answer any question you have.
Okay. Can you tell me more about your mission?
Oh, yeah, this is a... I was hoping you would ask that. So, Matra made contact with a gang of doppelgangers. A doppelgang? A doppelgang. A doppelgang in the city. And we think that they would be super helpful in your words, spying, and just keeping an eye on the city and making sure that the violence in the streets between the Zentarum and the Xanathar's Guild doesn't get out of hand.
Okay.
And we think you are the perfect person to close the deal because you've already made a connection with their leader, Bonnie.
Oh, interesting. I wondered what her deal was.
We like Bonnie.
Yeah.
No, I like Bonnie,
Bonnie's
but
good
there
people.
was something going on.
Mm-hmm. She's a doppelganger.
That explains a lot.
Oh.
Oh, that. Okay.
But not just because of that. Like, that's one thing you can help us with. But also, we've heard tales of some of the amazing stories you've been spinning in your travels through the Sword Coast. And we feel that, in general, based on your own merit, that you would be a valuable addition to the Harpers.
Sounds like something I can't pass up.
You don't know a good story until you hear her tell the story of the town of Lucifer.
It's true.
It is my favorite by far.
Have you heard her tell it?
And she pulls, like, a small trinket out, and it's in the shape of, like, a singing child. And she, like, taps the tummy of it, and it starts replaying in your voice the story. I have heard it. I've listened to it a lot. I think I could tell it back to you, too.
That is a very fascinating object you have.
Uh-huh. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
She just hands it right
It's
over.
like-
Totally trusting.
And
It
it just
records.
looks-
It's just a recording device, and it's a series of enchantments. I can explain how they work. I have some notes on it. And my notes aren't on me because I wasn't allowed to bring my notes with me because that's not polite for the opera.
Sure, and we can definitely discuss more of the opera, and I'd like to have one of those sometime.
Absolutely. Anything that would help you successfully complete your missions for the guild can absolutely be written into your, like, the thing, yeah.
So like 1,000 platinum and...
Your friends are funny.
Yeah, they are.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
And Rainier steps forward and says, the intermission's about to end, but I'm also a member of the Harpers, so...
Oh, wow.
Sounds like an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds great for you.
We could use more... I assumed the rest of you were spoken for by other factions? No?
I am, but...
No, I'm kind of a free agent.
Oh, well... We would be very interested in having all of you join the Harpers if you were interested.
Well, if it didn't preclude my duties with the church.
Of course not. We would never ask you to betray your duties to your family or your church. We just want to make sure people are in the right place in case of some of the dire events. You know, like when people summon Tiamat.
There's one possible impediment. Priestess Fira is not part of the Harpers. I know you probably can't tell who's a Harper and who isn't, but...
Oh, we know. And
I mean, you shouldn't tell, probably, but
yeah.
if she's in it, I'm not going to
There are no other priests or priestesses of Soon within our ranks.
crack knuckles. All right, then.
Well, that would be fantastic.
I don't know. I'm very busy with my lordly duties at Trollskull Manor.
That's a
And
lot.
Rainier-
Taking bubble baths.
I have a lot of tailoring to be done.
Yeah, and that's not true. It's all done.
I
finished it
know. I
this
saw
morning.
the bill that I got this morning.
Oh, they brought that to you.
Oh, they would.
She flipped to the back of the book.
It's fine. You guys all look amazing. I consider it money well spent.
And I will make sure it is worth your while.
I would love to see you pay me back.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, and you. I got a very long letter about you
Excuse me?
from Jamon.
Jamon?
Mhm.
Oh.
Not
Yeah,
that long.
so you should have only had to pay for the tailing for this one, right?
You know what? Yeah. See?
Did you say
Thank you.
tailing on purpose?
Like, remind me, I'll have some champagne sent to your seat when you get back. I appreciate a bargain.
No problem.
But just so you know, you don't have to sleep your way, and I'll just buy the dress if you don't. If you want to, don't let me tell you how to live your life. He's great. He seems energetic.
Wow.
Wait, is Kevin here for this? No.
Do you want Kevin to be here?
Oh, probably. Maybe.
Kevin could be here for this. He was like, it's fine. We're casual. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's just flop sweating in the
I
back.
just want to know whether he...
Yep.
Yeah.
Kevin now knows, and he's like grabbing his other, like his one hand with the other hard enough that you like hear a bone pop. Just like,
Are
it's
you
fine.
all
We're
right, Kevin?
I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. We're fine.
We said we were cash, right?
Super cash. Do you, girl? Power. This is fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a
We should go back to our seat.
bathroom. Bye. I'll meet you back at the seat. He
Okay.
just takes off.
Oh, that's good.
That's okay.
Rainier, we will see you after the show.
I would like that.
Ivy, it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It was so nice to meet you. And we're gonna.
Yeah, right after the opera.
That'd be so good. Okay. This is good. I am so happy that you are considering joining the Harpers.
Well, it's a pleasure to be asked.
Thanks. And you see, like, the lights flash down, like, oh, you should get back to your seats. And
Oh, is that what that means?
yeah, It's about to start again.
I thought maybe they
there's
were
more?
flickering or something.
Yeah, that was only the first half. Now you have to see, like, all the cool part. And then she starts explaining the plot because the
wondered-
Harpers were part of the faction that, like, stopped the rise of Tiamat. And she's like, yeah, and then the adventurers are gonna, and then they bring the giants in, and then, like, there's actually the summoning, and, like, Rainier elbows the shit out of her, like, don't spoil it. And she's like, I'm sorry.
I'm excited to see the ending of this.
I haven't been able to understand a word of it.
It's in giant. Yeah.
I guess you have to be there.
I was there. Ivy leans in. I was there.
You were there.
I was there.
What?
Yeah.
You have to tell us everything.
I come back after. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I have so many stories.
Yeah, I was a little lost.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This
You
is
guys
pretty
all
good.
understood it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, understood the whole thing.
Oh.
There was a neighborhood of giants where I grew up, and I
Okay.
learned. I mean, it was a small neighborhood,
Okay.
obviously, but
It's a small neighborhood of giants.
How did?
you
That's
can't have a
ironic.
big neighborhood. South Ward only has so much room.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll go back for the rest of the show.
Okay, cool. So Kevin, you know what? Make. What do I want this check to be? Make an investigation check for me with disadvantage. Nope, just straight investigation check. As you're returning to your seat.
That's 27.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Okay,
Miss.
you notice something.
Critical.
You notice something that no one else in the group spots. That Kevin is sitting back in the chair, like in his seat, and he is ever so subtly leaning over and talking to the man next to him. His mouth is barely moving, but they are definitely talking.
The guy who bought the ticket.
Okay.
Doesn't look like ominous,
Mm-hmm.
but it definitely looks like they are speaking in such a way to conceal the fact that they're having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's still like jamming on some kettle corn.
Mm-hmm. So do I go up and try to figure out, or how do I? I was like, I want to know what they're saying. How do I listen? How do I figure it out?
I will let you roll a stealth check, but the DC, just know the DC is incredibly high. And he's like keeping his head on a swivel for you guys to come back. Because he knows like the lights are flickering and you would have to come back to your seats. But go ahead and make it.
Can I tell them? I'm going to grab my friends here. Kevin is definitely talking to that guy. Uraug, he's
Do either of you have the
Oh, now you're worried about Kevin.
clairvoyance? Hey,
You know what?
look.
Hey, that was a lot of information very, very fast. I mean, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people that I like trust or whatever around me. So I'm sorry.
Maybe
I'm sorry.
we can start this over. I think there was a misunderstanding.
I don't think there was, but maybe next time,
Okay.
don't be you.
Well,
Okay, fine. But still, I think this is bigger than all of us right now. Trying to do better right here. Something's going on. Clearly, Karen sold that ticket, but I think that guy is definitely connected to Kevin or whatever else is going on.
You look over now and Kevin's no longer talking with the guy sitting.
why
He
do
has
they
spotted
not
you
want to
guys.
be seen speaking?
Do I recognize anything about this guy? Is he connected to the criminal underworld or anything?
You've never seen him before.
No.
And did we notice that there's something that had infiltrated with the giants? You said the what was the thing?
Oh, the scene you got super
Yeah.
excited about? Was the revelation that one of the storm giants was actually a chromatic dragon in disguise.
Yeah. Does he have any connection with this dragon being there? I don't know.
This is the kind of situation where detect magic's gonna like blow up my brain.
I'm worried about it.
Yeah, because I'm wondering about some kind of investigation check, some sort of insight check as well. But mostly Marl's going to rely on does this smell right. All right.
So what do you want to do?
Well, he looks like a human dude. Yeah. And we just had a conversation about doppelgangers and other stuff going on, so I'm going to Try and sniff him out. What his deal is. Is he actually what he appears to be? Does he smell like a human person?
Make an investigation check for me.
And I'm gonna sort of like
Actually, I'm going to use...
touch Bella's elbow and make not make a sign that I'm hiding. You know, like just
Nat
do.
20.
Oh shit!
All right, with a natural 20, he smells like you're just like, fuck, where do I recognize that smell from? And it suddenly dawns on you. Before it was covered with the aggressive amount of like fragrances from the 400 bath bombs that Yan was holding, he smells that same like salty smell that Tinker the Nimblewright was carrying on him. Smells like the ocean.
Well, he smells salty and not in the
Maybe.
personality way.
Maybe he's from that ship you found.
Maybe he smells like Tinker did.
I'm gonna take a look. Wow, those special effects are something, aren't they? I'm gonna see if I can see how they did it. And then, since detect magic doesn't do anything to anyone else,
Yeah.
I figure people aren't gonna be pissed off
Not
if
at
I
all.
do that or blow
A
up
couple
my brain.
ushers like look over.
Yeah, I'm just doing the detect magic look
Cool.
around.
So the things you noticed on the stage, because I think you were trying to like sell it that you were looking
Yeah.
at stage first, is that all the mages on the side that are like wearing clothing that blends in the background, they're fucking mages, and they're like they're holding like 8 objects of like confetti cannons and like spark things, and they're like, we got to be like 8 dragons in a second. They're getting ready.
Into it, okay.
Yep. And then you look over, and the man sitting beside Kevin is a bright spot of light blue illusion magic. And it is it is issuing from. It's weird because you remember what he what he looked like before you turned on your detect magic, but there's definitely a bright blue hat on the top of his head that was not there when you were just looking at him normally.
Oh. I think like a hat of illusion's not a big stretch.
You've seen a hat of illusion before, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, he's wearing
Yeah.
a hat of illusion.
All right, so and I'm just sort of
Hat of
rumbling.
disguise.
Yeah, because we're kind of still off to the side, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, so he has a hat of disguise
Make a stealth
on.
check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're gonna talk.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to whisper. I just can't whisper
know.
with a microphone. All right.
I understand.
That's a 10.
If only you had message.
Should I use thaumaturgy?
And
please.
you notice it because you were looking at him trying to figure it out, that he suddenly turns, looks you dead in the eye, and winks. And then starts eating his skeleton.
That's fine.
He's just like, blah, 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 blah. I love cattle corn.
Yeah.
I love Calicorn too.
And then just turns back and, like,
Kevin's friend is not what he seems, which is not necessarily sinister.
Okay.
A hat of disguise can be used for lots of things.
Sure.
That dressmaker said I wouldn't be able to wear my armor in his fancy dress. He was lying. Anyway, yep, something's going on.
yeah.
It may be that hat or his he is very bright, and he may have some potent ability.
And you hear ascending inside your head, like a message. And he goes, it's all about who you know. And there's a lilt that's very similar to Yan's accent that I forgot to do just right now. It's about who you know. And he like looks over at you and winks.
I don't understand.
Come
the
sit, you're just
magic
standing
stuff.
there. It's so weird.
It just happens, right?
No, magic does not just happen.
I mean, but I mean, you just do a thing and like people can just do magic. You do magic.
No, not really.
Some
It's-
things are magical.
Years of practice and honing and experience.
Right, so is a hat different than armor? How is a hat different than armor? How
Look, you just talked into my head. Maybe we should table this until after the opera where we can have a conversation.
Okay, so he knows.
Yes,
that we know.
that is accurate.
No, come sit down. And he turns and speaks to you guys.
Oh, that's why he winked at me.
He winked at you. You could have mentioned this.
Uraug.
And he just starts cackling.
Like,
Kevin's
who wouldn't wink at this?
You're very sexy, but that is not what that wink was for.
How would I know?
If you're staring through someone's magic disguise and they wink at you, it's probably not about how hot you are.
Usually not a good thing.
50-50. There's no way I could have known that.
Can we just leave this place, or do we have to wait?
No, let's go sit down and enjoy the show.
Okay.
Not everything is about somebody trying to
I
kill
literally
you.
haven't been able to understand a word, and I'm still really confused why you guys all can.
Well, I speak giant. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Why did they keep saying it's in giant? I understand it perfectly.
I guess we could just have a seat.
That was the boop. You did the boop for me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited to watch the rest of the
And
show.
the orchestra spins up, and they are now beginning.
Marl, could you just... I mean, I know how you feel.
It's the most dismissive, on your nose ever, and then she just goes back to watching.
Oh my god!
Right,
And it's just
so
in time
beautiful.
for the main climax of this.
What?
A giant portal is now a vision in the center of this, and you can see these 5 chromatic dragon heads coming forth, and piles of gold are being thrown in, and these tiny bean bags that are supposed to be people are being thrown into the pit as sacrifices.
I love it.
Yeah, it's cute little stage
Uraug's
props.
yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, we don't cheer at the opera.
And right at this time, a note makes its way to you because you're sitting at the end of the aisle.
Me specifically.
You specifically,
Oh, okay.
from one of the ushers,
Okay.
and it's from
It's
you see
shut up,
recognize
stop
the seal.
cheering.
No, it's the seal of the castle enters.
All right.
I'm sure they're fine.
So cracking. I'm still trying to watch the show.
Yeah. You notice it, and it's just a very generic, but it's very nice and beautiful calligraphy and shit. And, it's inviting you and your retinue to dinner at their house.
Later or
In a day or two.
Oh,
It gives
okay,
you a date. It's in a couple days from now.
okay. We'll have to deal with that later.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
fold that up and put it away.
But yeah, you see this whole big thing, and you guys are all able to watch as this group of humanoids, they sacrifice themselves to stop the final resurrection of Tiamat, and they die gloriously, and the tieflings fall in each other's arms and die kissing, and it's very dramatic and beautiful, and very well sung. And at the end, the guy in the hat of disguise is weeping.
Yay. Yeah, Uraug's a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Makeup's going, just everything is a disaster.
It
Yeah,
was
total mess.
beautiful. And you're the only one person that understands what was just said because the man just spoke in Undercommon.
Yeah, I don't have that.
And in Undercommon, Yang says, "The fuck?"
And the response is, language, you're in the opera. I'm assuming my friend Kevin, I guess we're going with Kevin for now, has told you about the Braganterra, a little faction of my own design.
I think we need to talk more.
Oh, we will. But I just wanted to get a look of you myself. My name is Charles Axel. Pleased to meet you.
Call me Yen.
Good. And that is where we'll wrap for tonight.
Woo!
Yeah.
Goodness, so many things.
I didn't do one side note that I think I mentioned before that Uraug likes singing, but it's never been very good at it.
Oh.
Except it's now occurred to her to sing in giant.
Yeah.
And that's her range.
Fucking crush.
And she's like, oh, wait, I can sing this. And she sings fucking great in giant.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Wonderful.
She just had no idea.
Yeah. This is awakened something in
Yeah,
her.
the giants she grew up around like weren't singers.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that,
love
like
it.
loud resonance, like they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
boosted with thaumaturgy, and you're like,
Oh, dang.
loud and in
me.
shit, it me though.
Gotta sing louder. That's how you get good. Yeah. Yeah.
Louder and lower is the answer.
Yep.
Sweet. So that was episode 4 of D&D Dragon Heist, and we've now met 3 of the people on the cover of the book.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's been so hard getting them all in. I'm like, just say his name.
I mean,
Joe Axel, we're done.
That's
Okay.
what she said.
I love how before we started, Aabria was like, okay, I need to know all your hit points, make sure they're updated to level 6, and I need to know your ICs and your passive perceptions, because this is going to be all combat.
Nope.
It was like
It was all of
This was
elegant
only opera.
ways.
yeah, it was all the opera and like getting cool outfits. Thank
Shopping
you.
in opera.
Chopra!
Like,
Best episode ever.
Opera.
So we'll be back
Deepak
in
Chopra.
forever. Because
Oh,
we're not playing on New Year's Eve because I will be
Oh.
hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, and some of us will be
So,
out of town, out of the country.
Yeah, so double check the schedule.
Yeah, I believe we'll be
online.
back on the 14th.
Yeah, happyjacks.org/schedule.
Yep.
I'll throw that up at the end here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry.
guys.
Thanks for staying a little late, y'all. I love you very much.
yes.
We are glad you stayed with us.
Sweet. Good night.
All right. Good
Bye,
night,
everyone.
everybody.
Thank you. God, yes.
We're listeners of Happy Jack's RPG podcast. We get all our game news from douchebags galore. With reckless abandon, we pursue this hobby. From Michigan to Australia and maybe East Timor. Be it riffs or exalted, GURPS or Dungeons and Dragons.